All right, hello everybody, and big ups. We are going to watch some poorly cooking with the king. I said yesterday that the first thing that we were going to watch was the tuna soup, but we're actually not, because I think it would be, I don't know, maybe I guess just more fun. A brand new Rebsy video just dropped, and it's about an hour or so ago, and it's DSP and the terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day #3. And so I don't know, I think the Rebsy videos are great, so I am going to get my shit together, get ready,
Good evening. Welcome
and go ahead and play this video.
to the late stream, and welcome to the premiere of the Ballad of Gay Tony DLC. Finally, the first time in like 12 years, I can actually do the Ballad of Gay Tony DLC a second time.
And Blank want our money back. My colors are running, Eddie. Give me my quarter.
What do I look like, a bank? No refunds.
Destiny's getting canceled for the, what, the millionth time? That guy got canceled like 10 times in the last 3 years, and he's still around, so I don't know about that. The way you gotta think about it is this, all right? It's this simple. You guys know, especially in the last several years, I don't really go out of my way to mess with anyone. So if you think about all the people who've done that, Destiny being one of them, his whole big buyer's market for cars, where he made it a big meme and he did all videos and streams about it, and he tried to interrupt my content and all that shit. Why would he do that? Do we watch the buyer's market for cars?
Yes.
Should we watch apparently Admin Gold thinking that
Buyer's market for cars, no!
Or should we watch the clip of me trying to defend myself after apparently I found out that Asmund Gold thought
Buyer's market for
I don't
cars!
even know which one to watch.
Buyer's market!
I don't know the context for the.
That buyer's market!
Like, this one
Yes!
I remember distinctly.
Yes.
This was my first time even knowing about a streamer named Destiny.
Yeah,
but I
that's
don't
a good
want to watch 22 minutes.
Well, you could speed
It's
it up, you know?
suck, right?
You could go 1.5 speed, like the person you just made fun of in the previous video, but go
22
ahead.
fucking minutes? Really want to watch this? Talking about a fucking car that I had,
Yeah, it's that funny.
and then probably trying to come to my stream and getting banned because I didn't want to talk to him about cars.
It's pretty
or something
fucking funny.
like
Why
that.
don't we play it,
Right?
actually?
Because he's a fucking jackass who has no fucking moral compass. Why would you come and attack someone who literally has never spoken a word about you, doesn't even know who you are? Why would you do that? Everyone who does this, and the thing is, how many people have done it? I guarantee you, every motherfucker who's done it has more skeletons in their fucking closet than anything I have ever done on the internet, because the shit you know is, I'm transparent
I don't know about all of that, but okay.
about it, and you see me do it live every day, the dumb shit that I do. Damn, these people have this fucking crazy shit they're doing behind the scenes. You know, it's wild, the things that they get exposed for. The target will finally hit you, the bullseye will finally get you, and then you're fucked, because you're worse off than everyone you're making fun of. So, just another case of that, I would guess. Oh well. Lucas says, how much would I have to put up for Truck Sim? We ended the night at 117. We ended the night at 117 instead of 150. Here's the question, Bloom Kit. Were you here for Truck Sim? Were you here on Sunday night for Truck
Oh yeah, he totally shits on this dude. This guy's like, oh, how much do we have to give you to get back Truck Sim? And the guy is like, well, if you like, the fucking Phil is like, well, if you fucking like Truck Sim so much, then why weren't you here to give me any money? Shit's crazy.
Sim? If you were, why didn't you contribute during the Truck Sim stream so that Truck Sim could continue? And why are we talking about this 2 nights later? Because you weren't there. Oh, okay. Well, fair enough, I guess.
Like, what the fuck did you want him to say? I wasn't there, so get fucked.
If someone donates $23 tonight, will I bring it back? No. Did you hear what I just said? Boy, people can't do math.
Says the man who cannot do any math as we know it.
People actually can't do math in 2025, huh? I guess not. Wow. That's hilarious, actually. All right, guys, we're about to start, actually. I just realized what time it is. We're about to start. Can we get to 50 bucks right now? Seriously, can we hit 50 bucks of support right now as we boot up the game? So just to forewarn all of you.
My goodness, what the hell just happened? Oh my goodness, I'm having technical difficulties here. That was weird. Okay. I didn't hit that button, but
There may be
alrighty.
some issues with the mods if it is messed up. What I'm gonna do is turn off some of the filters, because there's filters in the menu you can enable or disable. I have not tested the mods with the Ballad of Gay Tony. They're supposed to work, but if we see some crazy stuff going on, like the screen goes pure white or something like that, let's go. Oh yeah. Come on. Come on. Get your hands up, throw them up.
Oh my gosh,
the
stop
ballad.
it.
It's the ballad. Did it just close and
Bugged YouTube streaming mechanics. No, I'm just an asshole and I hit the wrong button.
open again? Or did it just crash? I think it just crashed.
Lex Corp, what's up, honey? Big ups. No, you're never late. No one's ever late. Actually, usually just me.
Yo, it just completely crashed. Let's try that again. Will it load this time? Well, we got further, so that's a good sign. Oh. What is going on?
So what we are doing, for those people who are like just coming in to hang out, this is a Rebsy video that dropped about an hour ago, and so we're gonna watch that just because it's, you know, fucking funny. And then what we are going to do, we are going to get to the poorly cooking with the king. Did anything interesting happen yesterday that is like worth talking about so that we're like all caught up with everything? I know he did Friday Night Fights. I couldn't fucking care less. So I think we're good. Unless there's any other, did Familia DSP put out a new video? Like, is there anything that we should watch? I just want to watch this Rebsy video because I really enjoyed their stuff. And then we'll go, we're going to do tuna soup. It's the very next thing that we're going to do. Unless there's big news. I don't think there is.
No.
No, I didn't think so. Dude has been super fucking boring lately.
I guess we're going to have to mess with it. We've gotten further.
Big ups, everybody. What's going on? Hang in there, Star. Post a star to let your buddies know you're hanging in there, but you could lose it at any moment. Oh, was there a Silk song crash out? Because I know he played it yesterday.
We did get further. All right, let's turn off all screen filters. Oh, mods are so much fun, aren't they? Aren't they? Gonna crash.
They probably are when you know how to use them, which I don't think that you quite understand this.
Will the Lost and Damned load? Let's see if this boots. I'm just curious. So it is specifically the Ballad of Gay Tony. All right, here's what we'll
Hey, Mark, honey, what's going on? How you doing?
Let me see if I can get to that and delete that autosave file and see if it works. There's no save games folder for me at all. Check a documents file. What documents file? This is pretty dumb, honestly, that it works for one DLC and not the other. So there actually is a mod menu. Take a look at this. Ready? This is, ladies.
The most interesting thing to happen to Dave all week was someone taking a bite of his empanada. That is true. That is probably the biggest fucking hissy fit I think I've seen somebody throw.
Gentlemen, you're seeing firsthand the problem with mods on PC games, okay? They're way overly complex. The only people who actually install them are people that are so heavily into them. There's no way to know how to do anything about it. You have to be like a master of mods to understand any of this shit. This is for reshade, so this is the reshade menu, and I'm using reshade, I guess. Let's see if we can skip the intro. Well, it did skip the intro, but it also skipped the entire DLC.
Wolverine Rogue, what's going on? How you doing? Old Man Jenkins, thank you, honey, for being a member. Again, I think.
Check your Windows Documents folder. You could have a save file there. Oh, God. I don't know where that is. Where is the Documents folder? I don't know where that is. This is fucking balls. Now, verifying file integrity won't work with...
This is fucking balls. I found that pretty funny.
The mods are still in the folders. The only thing I could do, completely and utterly uninstall the game completely from the PC, manually deleting the folders and everything, then starting over and just doing the plain vanilla. But that means that it won't have any mods. It'll just be the 4K version of this from like years and years ago. What, it came out like 7-8 years ago, something like that on PC. I found it. This is definitely the folder that has all the data in it. I'll show you. I could show you here, I guess. I'm just making sure that there's nothing that I'm showing you that I don't want to show you. So here it is. This is the folder. See? And this is the Ballad of Gay Tony folder.
Oh, snap. What have we here?
Zach, no one wants Lost and Damned. That's the point I'm making. He's like, then play Lost and Damned. But no one wants that. Everyone wants Ballad of Gay Tony. No one wants the Lost and Damned. So why would I play that? I should have done this hours or days ago. Oh, you mean before we beat GTA 4 and knew that I could even do this? I should have psychically known we were going to beat it. And
well, you've been talking about the DLC for like fucking forever.
Do this? Oh, I see. You're a moron.
Yep, I'm toxic.
All right. I guess I'm going to give up. We can't even find the Gave save file. Then we should just...
Phil, like, literally makes me just... legitimately, I guess, laugh about 3 times a year.
Give up now. I need to change the folder.
There are things very, very rarely, occasionally, that he says where it's just like, you know what? That was kind of funny. And he doesn't beat it to death. He doesn't drag it on too long. Every now and then, he'll get
permissions for the social club folder, but why would they not be set to admin? That doesn't even make sense. There is no social club folder in the Rockstar Games folder. Maybe I can make one. I'm going to make a social club folder in there. So I made a social club folder in there. It's empty, but I made one. I found it. There is a social club folder. Oh, it's the one I just made. Never mind. Why do I have a folder called 11 PPP Keem if I don't believe in drama? Because that's the folder from back in March when I did the 666 podcast, stupid.
Yep, I'm toxic.
Those were the logs. That was PPP talking about Keem.
This is a level 666 podcast straight out of fucking hell. Oh my God, that shit had AIDS.
Which I already talked about on that show. They're just still saved on my computer. Thanks for the $5 though, stupid. Well, I'm sorry guys, I'm trying. And you know, me with my incredibly limited knowledge.
His crap. Oh, the Taco Bell, Mark, is that what you mean? Yeah, we watched it yesterday.
I can't really do much. Like I said, I'm gonna have someone who knows stuff about this mess with it. Well, guys, I apologize. We just tried for an hour to get this to work, and it's apparent it's not going to. So I think it's a wash tonight. I mean, this really, really sucks. Obviously, this is the second time. Yesterday, I was going to do it, but we couldn't finish the main game. Then we finished it. We didn't have time. Tonight, I go to do it. It doesn't work. All right, I give up officially. I tried for an hour. There's nothing we can do. We tried everything. Now, of course, what will happen is 700 people will contact me to say I'm an idiot, and I should have known how to fix this. And what's my problem?
Well, I mean, if it's something that you wanted to do and you were talking about it for a long, long ass time, you even made fucking Iron Cuck prepay for it. You forced people to fucking prepay it.
Okay, what I will do is obviously I will reach out to the persons actually, because it was 2 different people. Then I think what we'll do is we're just gonna have to
all both of them. Good for you.
There's nothing else to do. It's too late to start another game at this point. People were here. They were excited. They were absolutely, positively freaking excited for Gay Tony, and now we can't play it. And I'm sorry for that, guys. I am. Okay. No, I can't play the original DLC with no mods. I can't. We can't do anything right now. We're not gonna do anything on the fly. It's not gonna work. Okay. Jeez. Someone did a $2 tip, says, I think your Elden Ring DLC reserves a redemption run. I was watching your playthrough. You cheesed all the bosses. No, I didn't. I literally played the game as intended with the builds that were put into the game. You don't know what you're talking about. I do feel that they implemented some gameplay elements that maybe are kind of overpowered. For example, the jumping, slam, heavy attack, R1, whatever you want to call it, is very overpowered. It's basic. Is it jump R2? That's what it was. So basically, it's a stagger move. You jump and you do this attack that staggers the enemy. And if you do a build for that, oh my god, it literally will rock the endgame bosses. I was rocking endgame bosses. Jump heavy, jump heavy. What do we get? Anvil Hammer, Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone. Ooh, that's cool. Anvil Hammer. Oh my god.
No, he never wanted to play Ballad of Gay Tony. He thought that, you know, GTA 4 was going to save the business, just like he thinks every game is going to save the business. And then the wind got sucked out of his fucking sails like it usually does. He did get Iron Cuck to you know, pay for it, but apparently not, you know, pay enough to have him learn how the game works or how the mods work.
Look at these stats. This thing needs everything. Dr. Oin, is having Jump R2 is back. Jump R2 will be effective with this. I'm not saying I'm going to use it all the time. Dude.
Proceeds to use it all the time. Still getting his ass beat too, because he has to keep doing it over and over and over.
Got her. Was she supposed to be hard or something? Was she supposed to be a difficult boss or something?
He says that after he had to fight it like 15 times or 20 times or who the fuck knows how many.
So many people online saying it took them ages. Some people said she's harder than Melania. No, that's an easy boss. That's actually the easiest boss in the game so far. I'm not even kidding you. That was absolutely the easiest boss I fought so far. Why is that so difficult exactly? She has 100%
Remember when he used to wear hats and glasses?
100% poise. I didn't even get the flask. Close though, I'm getting there. I fucked up. Oh.
You cheesed all the bosses. No, I didn't.
If I'm using in-game...
Big up Spoon Hurler. No, it's not an old video. It's basically a clip from when DSP was trying to do Ballad of Gay Tony. So it's a new video from Repsy. So yeah, there's going to be like some flashbacks, you know?
To win, that's fine. If I was actually cheating, like actually using a mod to win the game the first time, yeah, that would be cheating or cheesing. Actually using the in-game mechanics as given to me to beat the game was not cheesing. And he says I should play Hollow Knight. I'm not playing Hollow Knight. It's old.
Okay.
Right. It's old. Oof, look at these views. Oof. Ouch. Oh, there we go. 1,700 views. Ooh, 3,000. Oh, 6,000. There we go.
But we decided against it for now, but I may play Silk Song in the future. We're not doing it this week. You're gonna tell me I cheesed the game. Yeah, okay, sure. Whatever you say, bro. 672, 51.
Whatever you say, bro.
Once as a member, and he complains, why is it too much work to plug in my Xbox? Because I don't have the Xbox anymore. The Xbox is downstairs. It's for my wife. I gifted it to her so she could play console games. I'm not going to say, hey, honey, so I need to take the Xbox back now because my PC won't run a single game, so you can no longer play on this thing. It's mine again. I'm not an asshole. We'll get this to work. Just relax. Stop being a dick. I think a lot of people just like seeing me suffer, quite honestly. I think that's what it is. Oh, see, Phil couldn't get it to work, right? So now, of course, there'll be Phil's fail stream, GTA, Felt's Dark Side Phil, DSP couldn't play his game. So we had Cog City do a $5 super chat. Keep in mind, this is the guy that insulted me earlier.
Well, you have to admit, you know, you're talking about, didn't you say you used to like build computers and shit? So you can't get the mods to work? And you talked like you could? You took money for it.
When he didn't insult me, he asked me a drama question earlier, and I had to answer his dumb drama question. And he goes, he super chats me, he goes, what is that folder? I thought you're not into...
Yeah, I went live a little early today, earlier than I usually do, because it's taco night tonight, and I try to like, I need more time to do it, because I usually stream till like 4 or 4:30 Eastern, and I don't have all that time.
Drama, why do you have drama content on your PC? And I'm like, that's the folder from March. From when I did that podcast, when I broke apart from the Kino Casino and I exposed all their bad behavior in DMs and all the fucked up stuff, and, you know, that's what that's from. And since then, I've been out of drama, just like I said. So what are you talking about? So, of course, the guy didn't have a follow-up for that, because there's nothing to follow up. He got completely destroyed. And now he does a $5...
Ooh, like, he's so proud of himself. Like, he has nothing to say, because, like, he got completely destroyed. Do you enjoy, like, arguing with people on the internet? So
super chat, and he says, heartbreaking. How are we ever gonna hit the goal now? I'm sorry all your preparation for this didn't work out. No, it's heartbreaking that you sent me $10 to say 2 dumb things.
I got to get the beans on to simmer for a few hours, and I got to do a few other things to make sure that it, you know, all comes together for when Mr. Toxic gets home.
Really, I'm really heartbroken that you just sent me all that money. Thanks a lot. You know what? Why don't you publicly embarrass me more by sending me some more money? Because, man, it really gets me right here when you really get me by sending me money on stream. Ooh, it hurts so bad. Actually, I played Hollow Knight.
The thing about it is, though, is, yeah, even though the guy tossed you a few bucks to, like, shit on you and make fun of you, the thing about it is, yeah, you got a few bucks, but we still got to shit on you and make fun of you, and you got really butthurt about it, and it still hurt your little ego, is what I don't think you entirely understand. Even when you get a troll tip, and it says whatever it says, you know, it's like, you're like, I'm not going to read that out loud. And it's like, it's not the point. They don't care if you read it out loud. Like when they call you, whatever it is they call you or say, you know, whatever it is that they say, my refried beans do absolutely have structure. Yes, they do. But when they say whatever it is, all they care about is that you read it and it hurts your little baby feelings, which we can tell that it does when you go, oh, it's a troll tip and fuck them. They're retarded and I'm not going to read it. We know it hurts you, dude. Dist, thank you for the 5, honey. I appreciate you. Gifted his Xbox to his wife. Did he file a charitable donation on his taxes? What the fuck? Yeah, I thought that was weird too. I gifted it to her. You mean you gave it to her?
On a marathon stream.
How generous? You mean the junk that you don't want to use anymore? Big ups.
Ages ago, the original Hollow Knight, and no one liked it. Everyone said it was boring. To change games. I'm serious too, and that was after people had asked for it for a very long time. And then I finally played it, and people were like, oh, what is this? This is boring.
All right, Rusty Shackleford just sent me $13 for making you
Rusty Shackleford, pocket sand.
$100 in tips so far today, guys. He's glad I'm able to be here for the Rageathon. I definitely think you
Oh, this is Hollow Knight. Okay.
should make this game a full playthrough. Oh, yeah.
Someone named COVID-19 gave him $37.
A lot of people seem to really take this game in very high regard.
Look at those subs, 820 subs.
And they feel that it's quite good. Like I said, this is my first time playing it. I don't know much about it. But I'll definitely take that into consideration, especially because October, there's going to be some dead time in October.
I'm serious. It was after like 2 years of nonstop of people asking me to play it because I didn't play it when it was new. And then I finally played it and everyone complained. Why do people call everything boring? Because they're boring. The truth is, in life, if you're bored, you're probably...
This is going to be so fucking epic. I don't know what's going to happen here. But I have a feeling this is going to be epic. Again, this is a new Repsy video. If you're not subbed to Repsy, you should be, so go do that. LexCorp, thank you for the 2, honey. I appreciate you. Did this actually hurt? Just wondering. I'm not sure what you mean, honey.
Because life is just so chock full of things to do. You could be doing so much with your life. To just be sitting around and saying, there's nothing to do and I'm bored and everything's boring, that's a you problem. There is so much that I would love to do in life, I just don't have infinite time.
Oh my God,
There's
this
so many
is so
games I would
good.
like to play with you guys. There's so many other things I like to do on stream. There's so many things I like to do with my wife, and we just had the time to do it, we don't. There's so many things I like to do personally. Read, study, exercise. You just don't have enough time to do all the things you want to do. That's just life, that's how it works. For someone, oh, there's just nothing to do, I'm so bored. Everything's so boring in life. This is an insane planet of opportunity. Don't stick around with things you don't like. Don't waste your time. You have one life to live. You are going to die someday. So take the time that you have.
That's like so fucking brutal. Like, you're gonna die. Like, thanks for reminding all of us of our mortality.
And do the best with it that you can, doing things that you enjoy or things that are meaningful or productive. People have become obsessed with reality TV train wreck culture. People actually are spending more time watching things they don't like and want to make fun of and laugh at than doing things in their life that would be productively good things for themselves. That's actually breaking society. That's the sick part of the reality of our lifestyle right now in the world. This culture, this human culture of making fun of others on the internet is broken. It started with reality TV and now it's permeated the internet, and it's just the most garbage content that could be produced, and it is coming out in droves. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely insane how many people are making this kind of samey garbage content that's toxic to human existence. You're hurting human
This is so good. I can't even talk over it. It's so good.
culture and society as a whole by the crap that you're putting out on the internet. And that's what it's fucked up. It's a fucked up society. Instead, stand up for yourself and go do something positive and productive with your life and stop watching things you hate. That's your problem. Your head's broken. Go fix it.
Oh my God, that was so fucking beautiful. Repsy is amazing. Why am I coming to watch this again? Because next we're going to do Poorly Cooking with the King, and it's time for tuna soup after we get done with this Repsy video.
Okay. Thank you. Professor Kovu says my streams have been great lately. Ideal realism is I agree with your take. Life is too short. We must make the best of the little
Honey, slow down. You're going to hurt yourself.
time we have. Thank you. Exactly. It sucks. This is just an issue tonight. Technical difficulties. The mods work with base GTA 4. The mods work with Lost and Damned. But nothing, it won't work with Ballad of Gay Tony, which is what we want to play. Just crashes the game endlessly. I will not do another stream claiming that we will have Ballad of Gay Tony until we 100% have it confirmed that it's going to work. And the hilarious part is dummies who say, well, if you had just completely uninstalled the game and then deleted all the files and folders and then you reinstalled the game from scratch, well then Gay Tony would have worked. Except we would have been playing Ballad of Gay Tony. What's the point of doing a GTA 4 playthrough if we're not playing it? You idiot. That's the whole point of us playing it again, is that it's different because of the mods. The point isn't just to get it to work. The point is to play it with mods.
Tuna soup is the Poorly Cooking with the King episode where he attempts a tuna panini. And for every like ounce of tuna he puts in the bowl, he puts like a cup and a half of fucking mayonnaise in it. It's absolutely disgusting. You don't watch him eat it. There's no eating. He's just cooking. It is how this man has kept himself alive is nothing short of a fucking small miracle. So we're going to start with tuna soup, and then we're going to watch as many episodes as we can. But I can't not watch this first.
That was the whole reason we played GTA 4 this summer.
Reminder, many people gave him money to play the DLC. He means the DLC, the Ballad of Gay Tony. I don't know if many people gave him the money, but I know that Kremp person who I believe to be Iron Cuck gave him the money. And now he won't play it vanilla to give it to the people who paid for it. I really only think that it was, I mean, maybe a few people gave like, $5-10, but he wanted a big fucking bunch of money for it. And Iron Cuck gave him the money for that.
To begin with, you've never
Oh my God, yes, the pickles. And I don't think they're even dill pickles. They're they're like the sweet ones or whatever, which there's nothing wrong with those, but they don't go like well with tuna.
seen the DLC.
Oh yeah, Rebsy also like he mutes when this guy talks into his microphone like an asshole. Worse, I think it was Miracle Whip. I believe so.
It's still on the channel right now.
I like Miracle Whip, but not everybody does.
I'm invoking the AI support.
Who do you think Final Wish is? That's Ryan. That's who I
We're
see.
not real. Let's get some support. I don't care if it's a membership, a super chat, a tip, or a gifted sub, but let's get some support right now. My timing seems to be slightly off. All right. Like, literal last chance if anyone wanted to support. I'm going to be out of here in a minute. Yes, sadly, the Ballad of Gay Tony playthrough from...
Never Blowing Bubbles, thank you for the 2, honey. DSP plays in easy tutorial mode in real life. Yeah, and he's really bad at that,
12
too.
years ago, because I left the in-game music in, a lot of that music got muted and blocked on YouTube. So if you try to watch the original playthrough, there were entire chunks with no audio, and there's nothing I can do to fix that.
It's still on the channel right now.
Miracle Whip is a woman thing. I don't know if that's necessarily true.
We want to say thank you for chilling.
It's a me thing, that's for sure.
And tonight-
But I know a lot of people
okay.
don't like it.
All right. That is it. And thanks for watching. Peace out. Good evening, everyone, and welcome, finally, to the premiere of the Ballad of Gay Tony here on DSP Gaming. Yes, we're finally doing it tonight. Silk Song when? No idea. We are playing Metal Gear Solid Delta. We are playing Ballad of Gay Tony. We are playing Sweet Codan 2 HD, which I owed you guys for this summer. I promise you I would do it by the end of the summer because you
Shit on Silk Song for Sweet Hogan and Ballad of Gay Tony. Just throwing that out there.
supported the first playthrough so much earlier in the year. I'm playing so much, I forget what games I'm playing. Oh, Gears of War, Reloaded Campaign. We're doing quite a lot right now, so I cannot play Silk Song. Choice was between Metal Gear and Silk Song, and everyone screamed at me to play Metal Gear, so that's why I'm playing it. If you wanted Silk Song, you shouldn't have asked for Metal Gear. It's that simple. You shouldn't have screamed at me. Let's see. Fingers crossed, everyone. Seriously. It's the backup plan. I'll turn the rainbow RGBs back on, and I'll take all my clothes off.
Gross.
Now that'll be
Boo this man. Boo.
gay. They tossed the card immediately. Uh-oh. What's going on? Oh, come on. You've got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. I've played it. I pressed the button and skipped the cutscene and played it. So it works. Maybe I
Aioli or ranch? Is that like a this or that? Ranch all day long, baby.
have to skip the cutscene then. See? To go to Hercules. So now it works, but now we don't know what's going on. We skipped the intro, so I have no clue what's happening. Great music. Amazing. That's what I gotta listen to. Everybody winding.
Your game is still too loud, asshole.
Ding dong night. Pick up the ding dong ding dong night. Get rid of this overlay right now. Stop it. It won't go away. The overlay. Exit. Okay, there was an exit button I had to push. B. Oh my god. 10 months as a member says, are you planning on playing Silk Song? I've already answered that about 700 times today. You guys wanted Metal Gear Solid Rising. Excuse me, Metal Gear Solid Delta instead of Silk Song. I presented the option. Everyone yelled at me, why am I playing Silk Song instead of Delta? So we're doing that instead. We may play Silk Song at a later date, but we're not doing it now. Okay. So what am I supposed to do? Go to the meat factory? Guess what? It's crashing. Good thing I just saved. I get the feeling this is going to be a problem. It's going to crash a lot, and I don't know what's causing the crashing. Look. What's causing it to crash? There's got to be one particular thing that's making it crash, but who knows what it is. Yeah, it's got no wheels. The golf cart has no wheels. What the fuck? Wait, what do they want me to do? Tony is supposed to be in a second cart. There is no second cart. He didn't show up. So it sounds like Tony glitched. Look at this. Well, I think we know what happened.
It's pretty funny, I won't lie.
The game spawned in Gay Tony and the cart and got him stuck. Holy shit! Whoa!
It was pretty funny, I won't lie.
Holy shit! I have never seen nothing like that before. Yeah, you better call the police. I can buy a hot dog.
Nom, 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 nom.
Come on! Uh-oh. I don't know if we're gonna be able to do this at this rate. Not looking too good. It's got no wheels. Keep after rock!
That's pretty good.
Yo, D, just love your new friends. Fucking fantastic guys.
Thanks, Lou. If you say so.
Okay, I'm not gonna keep watching this screen flashing over and over.
With my head. Oh my god. Dude, it just teleports. It won't stop teleporting. I did get out. This is the cursed playthrough, man. It really is.
On the beach with this music, and then you say to yourself,
Not gonna lie, this is one of the few times I've unironically laughed at a Phil stream. It was pretty good. This shit is crazy.
This checkpoint doesn't even work. It's still.
Oh my god, this thing just sounds like it's gonna explode. What is even happening?
I can't remove the physics mod. The physics mod is installed by a bunch of mods altogether. I don't know what the physics mod is.
Your game is still way too loud, bro.
I can't uninstall it. I would have to have the person come with the mod once again, do something to fix it, and I can't have them do that tonight. Look at this. Oh, we're going to see the Statue of Liberty. Let's go. Hell yeah. Still going. Let's try actually restarting the game itself and see if it loads the checkpoint, what happens, right? Maybe it'll fix itself. And the hilarious part is we had no problems at all with the mods during my original run in GTA 4. 2 months we played it on and off, over 30 hours of gameplay, didn't have any problems.
Follow Rocco!
Oh my god.
The dialogue is continuing. What is going on? Why is the dialogue continuing? What is happening? Ah! Oh, it actually broke the audio of the game. Now the audio of the game doesn't work at all. Well, the playthrough is ruined. We gave it a try. Base GTA 4 worked fine. I don't think we can go back to this until it works, you know, but I don't even, how would you test it fully with mods? You don't know. So, yeah, we're shot for tonight, I guess. What can you do? I'm sorry, everyone, I tried. At least hopefully you got a good laugh out of this video. All right. Well, folks, here's the deal. I still have another hour to hang out with you on stream. I don't know what we want to do. I mean, I'll do whatever you guys want. I'm serious. Some people are saying American Truck Simulator. There's 2 reasons we can't do that. Number 1, I don't have any drinks that are chilled. And number 2, it takes too long.
We can't play the game because I can't drink. I'm really glad I have that recorded. We can't play the game because I can't drink.
To set up the wheel and everything. That would be like 10 minutes of setting up. I mean, I got to be gone in less than an hour. There's no point. We won't even get one job done. No, uninstalling the game and reinstalling it does not wipe the mods. That's not how it works. Wrong. I don't know what you want to do. We could play CVS 2 for an hour, but I think most of the crowd's going to leave if I do that, right? I think most of you are going to take off if I start playing CVS.
Plus, Jax Raxer doesn't know that we're doing it, and he won't come give me money.
2 tonight. Dan's acted a $5 super chat says, what about Silk Song? Is Silk Song, is it on Game Pass? Like, again,
Yeah, this is where he decides that he'll finally play Silk Song.
I don't have enough time to really learn it. What's going to happen is if I play Silk Song, I'll play it for like less than an hour, and then we're out of time and I can't play any further. So it's going to suck. It's not going to be enough to even get into the game. I said, ATS cannot work. It would not work. It takes too long to set up, and I don't have anything to drink. So there's no point to doing that. Also, the problem is, well, I guess look at it this way. If we can't get GTA to work, then maybe Silk Song is in the cards. Do you guys want to see me play an hour of Silk Song? I'll play an hour of Silk Song. If you guys will stick around and hang out and watch and support the stream, I'll play an hour of Silk Song. But I want you guys to...
What if they don't? Like, what are you going to do?
I don't want people to now complain and be like, oh, he's doing Silk Song. Oh, Silk Song. Oh, why is he doing Silk Song? Now that you're all asking for it all day, because that's exactly what you did with Metal Gear Solid. You said, he's not playing Metal Gear Solid. I can't believe he's going to play Silk Song instead of Metal Gear Solid. He has to play Metal Gear Solid. So I said, all right, I'll play Metal Gear Solid. I start playing Metal Gear Solid. You guys are like, where's Silk Song? He's not playing Silk Song? I can't believe he's not playing Silk Song. All right, I'm downloading Silk Song now. All right, are we all ready? All right, let's play Silk Song.
There you go. Oh my goodness, that's so funny. So that was the new Rebsy video. Now let's head to Poorly Cooking with the King. Let me see if I can find which one we're on. So we did the breakfast sandwiches, the terrible scrambled eggs, the burgers. I don't know. This one's only 10 minutes. It's right before the tuna one. So, because these things look really fucking gross. So, we'll do this one.
What's up, everyone? It's DSP, and welcome to another edition of Cooking with the King, or Poorly Cooking with the King, as I've termed it, because I still think the series is a joke, but people seem to enjoy it, so I'm going to keep going on with it. Today is going to be another breakfast, which I know a lot of people will say, oh, you keep doing breakfast. Well, breakfasts are some of the quickest and easiest things that you can cook, and I'd rather get these out of the way before I try to tackle any more advanced recipes.
Yeah, he has like 3 breakfast videos. There are also... this playlist here has 9 episodes. He doesn't have any of these episodes on his DSP Reacts channel that I could find. He has 3 episodes of Poorly Cooking with the King on his DSP Reacts channel, which is not where this playlist is from. This is from Anleet. So, which is really weird. He doesn't have any of these episodes. The 3 that he has on his React channel all have Panda Lee in them. Like I say, there's only 3 of them, which I think, that's just really weird. I find that interesting and weird that he only has 3 episodes of Poorly Cooking with the King up on his channel. They all have Panda Lee. This playlist doesn't have any of those episodes, but I find her annoying, so we're not watching those.
What we're gonna do
Not that this guy isn't annoying, but the 2 of them together, it's like, ugh, holy narcissism, Batman.
today is we're going to make a family favorite of mine, and to be completely honest, I used to eat this all the time as a kid, but I don't remember what we used to call it. And I think my mother actually termed it egg with the hole in the middle. And if you hear that, you're like, what the hell does that mean? What you're gonna see is it's a pretty easy thing to cook. You can do some variations on it depending on what you like exactly in your breakfast. and you can go from there. So anyway, here's what you need for ingredients. You need 2 pieces of white bread. You need butter or Pam, as you know. I like to use Pam to spray my my pans.
He doesn't have time to melt butter. He's a gamer.
2 pieces of cheese, to your liking, whatever kind of cheese you like, and 2 eggs. I prefer jumbo white, but you can go ahead and get, you know, whatever kind you like. What you're gonna do is basically this is gonna be an interesting kind of a.
This is not the bacon grease down the toilet. We watched that one last Saturday.
Open face sandwich slash. Well, you'll see what I mean. So the first thing you're gonna do, you're gonna take these 2 pieces of white bread, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna tear a hole with your hand actually in the center of each piece of bread. Okay. And of course, don't let it go to waste. Go ahead and eat it. The goal here is you want to think about the size of an egg yolk. If an egg yolk were to go in there, would it be around that size? That's about what you're looking to aim for size-wise for your hole in your bread. Okay. So now that that's done, you got your 2 pieces of white bread with your holes in them. You're going to want to go...
Right, of course he likes white eggs, not the brown eggs. Right.
Spray your Pam. You spray your Pam. Spray your pan with the Pam. And preheat your pan to about medium heat on most stoves.
He has an apron on, by the way. He's gonna put bread in the pan and crack an egg in there. And he's got an apron on.
So that's done. Let me get that out of the way. Now we're gonna wait for this to heat up a little bit.
I don't think he knows you can use a glass to make the hole. I don't think he knows that.
But just to let you know, additional ingredients in this dish, the very basic ingredients are the white bread, or any kind of bread. It does not have to.
He shoved in the bread real quick. He doesn't actually eat these things on camera, but never blowing bubbles. If you don't like, nobody has to stay, obviously. But I like to watch these because he cooks and he doesn't normally eat anything.
White bread, by the way. If you like wheat bread, whole wheat.
He'll just say, okay, and there's how you make blah, 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 blah. Okay, bye. And then the video cuts.
Multigrain, you can use whatever you like. The eggs and the cheese. That's pretty much 3 basic ingredients, but you can add other things to this dish. You can add a slice of tomato. You could add some pieces of green pepper if you'd like. You can add bacon, and actually that's what I've done. I've gone ahead and I cooked some bacon ahead of time that I'm going to add to this dish to make it more complete. So
there's one where he made breakfast at like 7 o'clock. There's one where he made breakfast at like 4 o'clock in the morning. Now there's one where it's noon. I think there's one where it's really early and he's making like lunch. You can tell that he just sleeps and is up and down like whenever the fuck he wants.
that pan should be heating up. And let me go confirm if it is warm. Oh, actually, it's warm already. So we're going to go...
Yeah, you turned the heat on. The fuck is wrong with you?
Go ahead, we're going to take our 2 pieces of bread. And we're going to slap them down onto our frying pan. Now, what we're going to do next is we're going to take 2 eggs, we're going to crack the eggs open, and we're actually going to put the eggs into the open bread. So to kind of show you what I'm doing, let me actually zoom out here. Looks like the zoom on my camera is screwing up because I got a little bit closer. There we go, that looks a lot better. So what I'm going to do is grab 2 eggs, go ahead and give them a whack. And crack them, try to crack them inside of the holes. The key here is to keep the egg in one piece, as you see right there.
It'd be really great if your arm wasn't in the shot, but big up, Sky, good for you.
If you can't avoid it, do not break the yolk. If you break the yolk, the dish could be ruined. Whoops! And that could happen. You might drop your eggshell, but that's okay. Okay. Now you're going to let it sit there and
I'd honestly DoorDash everything too if this was the alternative, right?
cook a little bit.
Oh, wait till the tuna one.
The ideal thing here
If you've
is
never
that you're
seen
gonna
it.
start to see underneath the yolk, it's going to start to turn white, and that means that the egg whites underneath the yolk are starting to cook, okay? And it could take a minute or 2. But ideally what we're going to do here is we're going to wait until it looks like the underside of this that has gone through the bread is white and cooked. And then we're going to flip it over, okay? So now the yolk's basically going to be on the bottom side. And you want to be careful when you do that, because if you flip it too fast,
Yes, he cracked the eggs on the stove. That's correct.
Or if you flip it too hard, you might accidentally break your egg yolk, and that's going to just make a runny mess. You're going to have egg yolk yellow all over the bottom of your piece of food here.
The pan was not hot enough. The hole was not big enough.
Okay, so that's
He dropped the shell right in the egg. He cracked the eggs all over the stove.
cooking. And what we're going to do is we're going to flip them, okay? And then as soon as you flip them, if you have any additional ingredients that you'd like to add to this dish, whether it be bacon, whether it be a slice of tomato, or anything else, we're going to flip this, and then we're going to put that ingredient on top of each piece of bread. And then what we're going to do is, since it's going to be warming up on that side, we're going to add the cheese, which is going to melt nicely on top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead. It looks like now finally, as you can see here,
Everything is wrong, as it
it's
usually
white
is.
underneath the egg yolk, which means that basically it's almost ready to flip. So I'm going to go ahead and get ready to flip it with my spatula. Give it another second or two here. And you can cook this to your
I guess that was like a magic spell that he fucking put over it. I don't know.
liking. Again, I'm the kind of person, I like a slightly runny egg yolk. I don't like it super runny where it makes a hideous mess, but I do like it at least like a liquid center. Other people don't like that. They like it more healthy, so you can overcook this a little bit if you want, and the egg yolk will be a solid yellow. It's completely up to you. So I'm going to go ahead to do is get the spatula completely underneath. You can tell if it's ready to flip because you'll be able to fit it completely underneath the bread, as you can see. And we're going to flip it. Oops. Go ahead. Don't be afraid to touch your own food. We're going to flip it. We're going to do the same with the other one. Get it completely underneath and flip it like that. Okay? Now, your egg whites will begin to run a little bit because obviously if it's a jumbo egg, the egg whites are going to go over the edges. So now what am I going to do? I'm going to add my additional ingredients, which is going to be a piece of bacon per thing here. Okay? Now I'm going to add the cheese. This is almost, I guess you could call it like an open face bacon, egg, and cheese, even though really technically it's not a sandwich because you did make the hole in the middle of it. It is a little bit different. So that's going to go ahead and cook and melt. And like I said, depending on how you like your eggs, you might cook it a little bit longer, you might cook it a little bit shorter, but ideally you want the cheese to start to melt on top, and that's how you can tell, you know, that it is almost done.
He does use the plastic spatula here. I will say, I know that metal one is sitting over there off to the side, but he does use the plastic
You don't
one.
want a raw piece of cheese on top of your food here.
Did he say a raw piece of cheese? You mean an unmelted piece of cheese?
A little bit longer. At this point, I might even slightly intensify the heat.
Why would
Just
you
to
do
try to
that?
get the cheese to melt a little bit better. On this one, it's actually melting nicely. On this one, it looks like the bacon, unfortunately, was curved up a little bit, so the cheese is having a little bit of a hard time melting. But another excellent thing that I have had this with is like a slice
You could have put the cheese down first.
or two of tomato on each one. It's great because it's just like having like a delicious bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich with a piece of tomato on it, which is always a good addition to something like that. Now you don't have to put any additional ingredients either. Traditionally, I always used to eat this with nothing else. It was just a piece of cheese on top. So it would melt really quickly. It would be done fairly quickly. As you see, this cheese is now melting. This cheese is now starting to melt. So we're almost ready here. And see how simple this is? It was one flip. There's no complex cooking or anything like that. The
Well, thank fuck for that, or you would starve to death.
only thing is the catch is you need to prepare. If you want to add some more ingredients, you have to prepare them ahead of time, like the bacon or the tomato. You have to have that ready ahead of time. All right, so my cheese is melting. It's just about ready to go. I'm gonna get my plate. Get it ready here. Because again, like I said, I do like the yolk a little bit runny, so I'm gonna take it off a little
That's true. The lid would help that raw cheese.
early. But if you like to have a more cooked yolk, you don't have to take it off as early as.
He isn't going to smash it together and make a sandwich. It's like an open-faced sandwich.
But here we go. Okay. What you have, even though I don't know what the real name of it is, because like I said, my family never really knew, I don't remember the name, is 2 pieces of what we like to call egg with the hole in the middle. And you can eat this several different ways. You can eat it like a...
Even though the bread has the hole in the middle. The egg doesn't have a hole in the middle. The bread has the... Breathe.
piece of toast, you know, just grab it like this, pick it up and eat it. Or you can have a fork and a knife and cut it into pieces and eat it, and that's usually how I eat it. I do a fork and a knife. Now, the other thing is, the bread, depending on how long you cooked it...
You use a knife for a piece of bread with some bacon and cheese on it? I mean, you can do whatever you want to do, but you need a knife for that?
Right now, it's just very, very slightly toasted. Some people like it completely toasted, and if that's the case, after you make the hole in your bread, you should probably toast your bread first in a toaster, and then toss it onto the grill. So there's several different variations that you can use to make this. Some other people that I know, they actually go all out, and instead of just using regular bread, they actually make a piece of French toast first, then they make this, so it's like a French toast egg in the hole in the middle, so it's like doubling up on the
Egg in the hole in the middle. What is happening?
meal. It's a French toast plus something else. So there are definitely different variations on this dish, but this is the very basic way to do it. And as you saw, within 10 minutes, we had it done. So pretty quick way to get...
I understand why he needs a mom wife. Yeah, this is like I say, this was a quick one, so I figured, fuck it, I'd just
nice,
play it.
Tasty breakfast, and healthy, depending on, you know, if you want additional...
Those are mommy plates too. He didn't fucking buy those plates. Mommy was straight up like, oh, here, take these.
Ingredients like bacon or not, or tomato, you can do very healthy variations on it. So also keep in mind you can season. I didn't season it all, but when this is cooking, you could put salt, pepper, and things like that on it. I actually prefer this dish plain, which is why I didn't season, but you can add seasoning to your liking as well. So
Yeah, if you want flavor, if you want it to taste like anything, you might want to, at the minimum, salt and pepper that shit.
that's DSP. That's it for this episode of Cooking with the King.
Alrighty.
What's going on?
Here it is. Here is tuna soup.
Hi everyone, it's DSP, and welcome to another episode of Poorly Cooking with the King. Although in this episode, we're actually going to go a little bit more healthy than some of my previous recipes, simply because a lot of people have been complaining, and I guess it's time to show that I don't only eat, you know, things that might be high in fat or high in cholesterol. What we're going to
Says half that jar of Miracle Whip.
do today is we're going to whip up a nice tuna salad sandwich, but we're actually going to do it a little bit differently, because unlike
The way, when he says we're going to do it differently, that's the wrong word. What's going to happen here is we're going to do it fucking wrong.
regular tuna salad sandwiches, it's not just going to be a sandwich, we're going to make it a panini. But I will show you what I mean in just a little bit. The first thing we need to do is talk about ingredients. For any sandwich, obviously, for tuna salad, the first thing you need is tuna. Now, depending on how much you're going to make, usually the standard can of tuna comes in 5 or 6 ounce varieties. I grabbed 2, and I'm going to make enough tuna salad for 2 cans. However, you can go ahead and, you know, if you're only going to make 1 sandwich, obviously 1 can is going to be more than enough. In this case, each can's 5 ounces, so we're talking roughly 10 ounces of tuna. Now, you're probably going to want the tuna that's in water. I've seen the tuna that's in oil, but that's not very good. It's usually used for other different kinds of recipes, but I wouldn't recommend it for tuna salad. The other primary ingredient in tuna salad is usually mayonnaise, but in this case, I actually do prefer this mayonnaise substitute, which is called Miracle Whip. There are other ones like it, but usually what this does is it's a vegetable dressing that it has a tangy zip to it. It's a tangier than regular mayonnaise, but the key to this is that it has less than half the fat and cholesterol than regular mayonnaise.
How do you fuck up a tuna sandwich? Over the next 20 minutes, you're going to find out.
So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to use that to make our tuna salad today. I do actually like Miracle Whip. I used to eat it all the time when I was a kid. Some other things that you'll need, obviously, any fixings that you want to put. So, for example, lettuce. I actually have pre-shredded lettuce here. I'm going to have a piece of cheese on there for our panini. I actually have, these are pretty neat. These are sliced pickles that are lengthwise so that you can put them on a sandwich, which is pretty cool. I personally love bread and butter pickles. I think it's delicious with tuna salad. For tuna salad, there's other ingredients that typically you would include. For example, some chopped celery, some chopped parsley, some chopped onions. In fact, there's one ingredient that I forgot that I'm going to get out of my cupboard right now. Going to put a little bit of garlic powder in this guy to give it a little bit of flavor. Now, if I had those other things, I would go ahead and put those in the recipe, because I do actually like a little bit of chopped celery in my tuna salad, but unfortunately I haven't had a chance to go shopping, and I didn't plan on doing this today. It's just I just woke up and I said, man, I'm hungry. I don't feel like going out and buying anything, and actually I was out of regular bread, if you can believe it. All I had is this special ciabatta bread in here right now, because the rest of my bread got moldy this week, and I was like, damn, well, what am I going to do? Rather than run out and buy stuff, I'm just going to whip up something from what I have here. So we're going to make some makeshift tuna salad. Alright, so the first thing you need to do is you need to open your tuna and drain it thoroughly. So we got our can open.
He is still wearing that apron. Oh, I was going to say, right? Chopped celery. The fuck do you think this is? Yeah, that cheese is raw, by the way.
Opener here, and obviously you want to be very careful whenever you're dealing with any kind of a sharp household tool. I recommend you get an automatic can opener, because, for example, this one barely even works.
That's just code for he doesn't know how to use the can opener.
It's very hard to even get it to work, but, it is what it is. It's all I have right now. And what you're going to want to do, don't actually remove the entire lid, okay? Because what you're going to want to do is drain it. So go maybe 3/4 of the way around, which is what I did there. And then you bring it over. Woo, can smell the tuna already. Stinky, stinky. But it's delicious. And you go ahead and you drain your tuna. Get all that water out of the can. Try to get it as dry as you can. Okay? Last thing we're going to want is wet and soggy tuna salad. So that's done, and then once you're done with that, you take a knife, any knife.
If he doesn't want wet, soggy tuna salad, he's about to be very, very disappointed.
It could be a butter knife, but I just grabbed this knife because it was the closest one. You bend your lid, be very careful, and you just take that and you get your tuna into a bowl. Now, depending on how much tuna salad you're making, obviously you might need a much bigger bowl than this. But in this case, I'm only making enough for a sandwich or two here. I'll probably save a little bit, because I'm sure this is going to be more than enough for one sandwich. And so therefore, you might want a bigger bowl later on. All depends. If you're making this for the family, obviously you're going to want a bigger bowl. So we'll go ahead and we'll open this can as well. And like I said, this thing sucks. It was really hard to get it to pierce the can sometimes. There we go. Let's look at that. Popped right off. This is why I hate these old-fashioned can openers, especially the ones they make today, because they don't make them like they used to.
Are you saying that you're too weak to pierce the can with the can opener, sir?
Back in the day, everything was made of stainless steel, everything was strong and worked and was durable. Now everything's a piece of crap, because they try to cut corners and everything's made in some third world country. But anyway, I digress. Alright, so we're going to take that, we're going to drain that as well.
The Hateful Truth, DSP. Oh, so he's wearing his own apron, I guess. Wow. That's a thing that happened.
Almost done here. Okay. Open that carefully. Don't cut yourself, because these edges will be very sharp. I learned from experience.
If you're too stupid to take the lid off the can, you don't have to use a knife. You can get in there with a fork. Just putting that into the universe. Just like the people who say you don't have to, drain the tuna or whatever. You don't have to use a fucking steak knife to get in there. You can just lift that shit back with a fork.
You can gouge yourself here. Obviously get as much out of the can as you can. It's okay to have a little bit left behind. Alright. I got quite a hefty helping of tuna in that bowl now. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the Miracle Whip. Now, depending on how much tuna you've used is how much Miracle Whip you should use. What they say is for every 6 ounces of tuna, you should use a half a cup of mayonnaise and or Miracle Whip. And
no, wrong. This is so Wrong.
In this case, I'm going to add it, see how much, you know, what it looks like, and if I need to add more. Half a cup per 6 ounces. Well, I've got 10 ounces, so you figure I might end up using all.
The madness is beginning. Raven, thanks for the 2, honey. I appreciate you. Toxi, how much for you to recreate this masterpiece? No, I'm not wasting tuna.
My Miracle Whip here, actually, because I don't have a heck of a lot left. This might be the end of it. And like I said, unlike mayonnaise, this is vegetable based. It has a lot less, shit, where's my cup? There you go.
Toxi has to protect her family. No, I'm not a retard. I could film in my kitchen, and I would pick up my mail that doesn't live in my kitchen because it's my kitchen and not where you keep the mail. So I could film in there, but just I can't do this. No.
A lot less calories, a lot less fat, a lot less cholesterol than regular mayonnaise, and so it even looks identical to mayonnaise.
A serving of Miracle Whip is like 2 tablespoons or something like that. I just want you to know. A serving is 2 tablespoons.
It actually does taste quite different. It has a tangy zip to it that I personally like.
All the man can taste is tangy. I'm quite convinced of it.
So let's see if I get that in there.
Oh.
That's little. It's probably about half a cup, maybe a little bit more. And then we're going to go ahead, we're going to add some onion powder to it. And you don't want to go ape shit, obviously. You want to put
It's garlic powder. I don't know why he says onion powder.
some onion powder, but not too much. So we'll just do a little sprinkling there on top.
Oh my
Mix that
God.
in. Now literally all you do is you stand here for a while and you mix it. And it's going to make your tuna salad for you. And it's really nothing to it. It's just mixing until you've got the consistency that you're looking for. And obviously this bowl now is, I wish I kind of had a slightly bigger bowl because now this bowl's ending up being a little bit too.
This is the one that he tried to scramble the eggs with. Apparently this is the biggest bowl that he has. And I don't know, he said garlic and then he said onion. I don't know if he meant to grab onion but grabbed garlic or what happened there, but all of that was not onion powder, it was garlic powder.
Too small for what I wanted because now it's starting to jump out of the edges on me. Ooh, I can smell that onion powder. I really do wish I had some celery.
It's garlic.
Because like I said, I do like some pieces of celery in my tuna salad usually. Obviously, this is way too much for one sandwich. Any person who would sit there and just eat one whole bowl of this
That is what you're concerned about at this moment, sir?
tuna salad, you're gonna freaking die, man. Don't do that. But I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. How I'm gonna make this an interesting sandwich rather than just a plain sandwich. Now, what you ideally want to do, you're gonna mix it like this, and you're gonna let it sit for a little bit to try to solidify and dry out a little bit. But this is pretty much ready to serve, and honestly, I think I put a little bit too much Miracle Whip in there. I think I could have went with a little bit less. But,
A little bit? Sir, for fuck's sake.
I think it looks a little bit too goopy right now. So, just experimenting, like I said, it's hard to do when you're not doing it exactly to the ingredients.
Is it too late to skip this one? Well, we've seen it now, so we're gonna go all the way.
Tells you, in this case, like I said, the recipe said do it half a cup per 6 ounces. I think that recipe was absolutely wrong because if you do a half a cup per 6 ounces, that thing's going to be drooling. I mean,
That thing is gonna be drooling? I'm sorry. What?
Per 6 ounces, I think that recipe was absolutely wrong because if you do a half a cup per 6 ounces, that thing's going to be drooling. I mean,
That thing is gonna be drooling. Okay.
what I put in there was about roughly half a cup. And that was 10 ounces of tuna, and I think it was too much. But I also think that they were assuming you were putting a lot of other ingredients into it, like the celery and parsley and onions and other things.
Things I'm too lazy to buy and chop, so we threw fucking half a bottle of fucking garlic powder in it.
But anyway, this is roughly your tuna salad. Actually, it looks like it is a little bit dry in the center. Mix it up a little bit more.
Yeah, there's nothing dry in that bowl, sir.
Now, what are we going to do to make this not just a regular tuna salad sandwich? Well,
You're gonna throw that shit in the garbage is what you should do.
here's what we're going to do. over here, I have two unique things that can make this different. I have a piece of ciabatta bread and a panini grill, okay? Now, let me tell you something. This panini grill is amazing because this panini grill, it'll cost you maybe, the cheapest one I've seen in a store is maybe like 30 bucks. They go all the way up to like 80 bucks depending on how big they are and all the options and things like that. This thing is amazing. It turns regular sandwiches into like gourmet lunch, really. I mean, I've had so many days where I just made a regular sandwich. I was like, it's just a meat, you know, it's a ham sandwich, and you toss it on there and it melts
Oh no, not a lunch meat sandwich.
the cheese, and it gets everything nice and warm. It's a really, pulls the flavor out of things. So I highly recommend for anyone who eats lunch, you know, like sandwiches all the time, Panini Grill is excellent. You can also interchange the plates on this grill. They come off, they're easy to wash, and you can also have interchangeable plates that are flat, and you can use this as a regular grill as well. If you don't have like a stove like I have, or a frying pan, you can use this as like a griddle. So I'm going to turn this guy on. I'm going to turn it on high heat for a sandwich. Now this is ciabatta bread. Ciabatta bread is special because ciabatta bread... Whoop, whoa, just smashed the camera with the ciabatta bread. Hold on, let me zoom out. Ciabatta bread is special because it is a different consistency than regular bread. It is a thicker bread, and what this is made to basically do is to it grills very well. When it toasts, it turns into like a hard toast, and it can be flattened like on the panini grill. And as you're going to see, it's really good for grilling. So what we're going to do is we're going to start building our sandwich on this ciabatta bread over here, and then we're going to toss it on the panini grill. So let's actually start to clean up a little bit. The Miracle Whip's done. I'm done with the can opener. Get that out of the way. Okay. Done with this. This will get washed. Man, I really wish I had other ingredients because that is a soggy tuna salad, and I wish it wasn't that soggy, but there's not much I can do about it now.
Sir, there's nothing you can do about it now? Maybe throw 8 more cans of tuna in there?
Alright, I'm going to open my... Obviously, you don't have to buy pre-cut lettuce. This is just, they had it on sale at my store, and I was like, wow, pre-cut lettuce, that's an easy way out, rather than having to actually, you know, buy a head of lettuce and start cleaning it and stuff like that. This is pre-washed, pre-cut lettuce that you can use on a sandwich. So we're going to go ahead and just take some of our tuna salad that we just made.
Oh, God, I can't even...
Put it on our panini bread. I'm sorry, our ciabatta bread. Take that back. Panini bread is different. There is bread specifically called panini bread that is different than this bread. Go ahead and apply. Now remember, the way that this is going to work is it's going to go on the grill, it's going to push it down. So what you want to try to do is get as much towards the center of the bread as possible, so that when the pressure gets applied on top, it'll squish it out and it'll evenly distribute amongst the bread. And we'll put a little bit more. So this is enough for maybe another 2 sandwiches actually. Any crackling noises you hear right now, that's actually the panini grill. It's actually warming up, and it makes those noises as it warms up. Alright, so let's get that out of the way. Up next, we should probably do some of the pickles. So what we'll do is we've got some pickles here, and we grab a fork. We'll grab a little baby fork to use for this guy. And I love these pickles because they're perfect for this kind of sandwich. They're sweet, they're delicious. You put them right there, bloop, like that. And I love these pickles, so I'm putting 2 on. I'm sorry, I love them. Bam, right there. So we got 2 pickles. We're gonna go ahead and put a piece of cheese that'll melt on there nicely when we put this on our panini grill. We're going to put a little bit of lettuce. I don't want to make too much of a mess, but you know I'm going to anyway. And then we're going to go ahead and put that on top. So when this cooks on our panini grill, you're going to see it's going to toast it nicely. Actually, I've put too much tuna on the sandwich because I can already see it's running off, so I'm going to take some of this.
That's because it is liquid, sir. The shit is liquid.
Off the edges. Well, it's unavoidable. Whenever you cook something on a panini press, something's going to come off the sandwich, whether it's dressing, whether it's some of the ingredients, they always fall off.
Yeah, this shit is foul.
I've never had like a perfect panini sandwich where,
Well, I'm not surprised you've never had a perfect sandwich, you fucking retard. Look at you.
you know, nothing came off of it. It's inevitable because you're putting pressure on top of the sandwich, so obviously something's going to fall off of the sandwich. Alright, so this one's pretty much good to go as soon as that grill heats up and is almost ready to go. It's heating up as we speak, and as soon as that blue light goes on the right-hand knob, it means that it's ready to go.
It's almost like you should have done that ahead of time.
So let's move our sandwich over here in preparation. In the meantime, I'll clean up a little bit over here. Whenever you're using a panini press or panini grill, be extremely careful because that sucker gets hot. Let me tell you, I used to work at a health food store. Yes, I said that. I used to work at a health food store in high school. All we sold was like frozen yogurt, salads, panini sandwiches that were made to be, you know, fit sandwiches. And we used a panini grill similar to this one, only it was like an industrial strength one. This thing was, you know, made to be used all day long. And let me tell you, that thing got so damn hot, you would just go like this, whoop, oh, you could freaking burn your finger right off. You're like, holy shit, man.
Soup and sandwich? No, soup in sandwich. Yeah, this shit is gross.
That thing would be on constantly all day long. Now, some other things that you can add to your tuna if you like. A lot of people like to add pepper. I do know that. I personally, I like pepper a little bit, but
James, what's up, honey? How you doing?
not too much, so I didn't put any pepper on this, but you can if you like. It is a common ingredient. Alright, so our panini grill is warmed up. Our right-hand blue light is now on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the sandwich on the grill. And
That sounds probably like a good idea.
you gotta be careful when you do this. Like I said, it's going to be very hot. You open the grill, leave it open. Ooh, you see the steam come off of it right away. We're going to put our tuna salad sandwich down. You probably want to position the bread a little bit back because when you close it like this, it's going to actually flatten the sandwich and pull that. So what I usually do is I do this. I put the bread a little bit back and I already angle the top like this. Some grills you're lucky you can do that, and then that way when I push it down, voila.
Ugh.
So essentially, rather than just a regular tuna salad sandwich, what we're making is a panini grill tuna melt, which is probably going to end up being a lot more tasty than just a regular tuna salad sandwich. And
If that is tasty, I will give you $1 million. Ugh.
I can already see some of the tunas coming off the sides. That's perfectly fine. Just like when you make a tuna melt, there's always
I mean, it's not gonna, you know, cause a huge ruckus, but it's really not fine. Like, you're gonna have to, you know, clean that now. Like, it's gross.
tuna that, you know, hangs off the edges.
That shit is gonna go everywhere.
And it gets grilled on the grill. That's fine. So our tuna melt is melting. Clean up a little bit more here while we wait. Typically when I make a panini sandwich like this, I leave it on the grill for about 5 minutes. It all depends on what you're making, but you want to make sure that your bread
Well, he has to bring the sandwich to a boil. I mean, he doesn't want raw cheese. Come on now, that would just... If he had raw cheese, I mean, the whole sandwich would be gross.
is toasted properly. Because you don't want to end up with bread that's like soggy, which unfortunately is...
Yeah, that's what we're concerned about. The bread being soggy. Okie dokie. Right? I saw the bald spot too. He's like 30 in this. God damn.
It's happened a couple times. I took it off the grill too early, and the bread ended up being very soggy because of all the juices and everything from the meat and everything that I had in the sandwich.
DSP is 43 years old. His bald spot is 25.
Had actually, you know...
I'm 6 months older than Phil. We do not claim him. Hey, he's 43. I'll be 41 here in a couple of months. I don't claim his ass neither. Nope.
Into the bread, but I
Nope.
didn't cook the bread long enough, so it ends up being kind of a mushy bread, which you definitely don't want. So my apologies, I'm passing in front of the camera a couple times here to put some things in the dishwasher. We're almost done. Some other common things that you put on a tuna melt: lettuce, tomato. Some people like bacon. I've seen some interesting things added to tuna melt sandwiches.
Yeah, he puts bacon on everything, so I'm really surprised he didn't put bacon on this, but...
So it's totally at your discretion and your taste. That's the cool thing about this kind of a sandwich is that you have very many variations
It's the cool thing about food in general, dumbass, is you can make it however you want it.
of ways you can make it. And the basic recipe is just tuna and mayonnaise or a mayonnaise substitute. So it's very easy to make. It's not that messy. It's not that big of a deal. In fact, the biggest mess we're going to have, as you're going to see, is going to be the grill, because some of that tuna is going to have seeped onto the grill, and it's going to end up being a little bit messy to clean up. Goes up here. I apologize, I don't have a fast motion camera, you know. I'm not going to edit this video to skip to when it's done, so.
Don't worry, I'll do
If you're
that.
bored right now,
If we're bored, what?
go take a piss, go take a shit.
Or I'll just skip.
As you can see,
Ugh, look at that. Oh,
we made a mess on our panini grill, which we'll have to clean up later, but do not do that immediately because it is so freaking hot. Now that is one messy sandwich. And the reason it's so messy is because there's way too much
my God. Oh my God in heaven.
Miracle Whip in it, so that's a shame. If it had just a little bit less Miracle Whip, it wouldn't have been this goopy, and all of our ingredients wouldn't have slid like that. They all kind of slid right off the sandwich, but try to get them back on there a little bit. Our cheese is already melted to the pickle, so that's going to be hard. That's going to be a messy sandwich to eat, but you understand the basic recipe of tuna salad is very easy. And I'm kind of disappointed with the presentation. I guarantee you this is going to taste good.
I guarantee you it is not going to taste good.
Presentation, it looks like shit. It looks like it looks like someone like just freaking took a crap on a piece of bread. So, but anyway, sometimes you win some and you lose some. It's going to be tasty. It's just going to be really messy. So nothing I can do about it now. The recipe was a little bit off, but at least we live and learn. So remember,
He needed a recipe for tuna and mayonnaise, or tuna and Miracle Whip. He needed a recipe for that.
anywhere from 6 to 10 ounces of tuna. It says to use half a cup of mayonnaise or Miracle Whip. Don't use that much. Use less.
The only, because I've thought about this, probably a lot more than I fucking should have. Maybe they suggested that much mayonnaise, Miracle Whip, whatever. If you were going to add other things into it, if you were going to chop up the onion or the celery, for some people they put eggs, you know, hard-boiled eggs in the tuna salad. Maybe they were thinking that you were going to have to coat a lot more. And also, I believe a can of tuna, I believe, is 4 ounces. Am I retarded? I could go in my kitchen and get a can of tuna, but I won't. I thought a can was 4 ounces, and he put 2, which would be 8. I don't know if that is before you drain it or after or whatever, but I kind of feel like maybe that's where he got fucked up.
But also, you can put other ingredients.
Again, I've thought about this entirely too fucking
That would
long.
have evened out the recipe, such as parsley, celery, onions, things like that. And like I said, other things people like to put on this kind of a sandwich: lettuce, tomato, bacon. I prefer pickles with my tuna salad. I don't know why. I just love the taste of pickles with tuna salad. So, all right, I am going to let this cool down because, by the way, when you take something off a panini grill, it's very hot. You have to let it cool off for at least 2 minutes, I'd say, before you even dig in. But
Shouldn't tuna salad have macaroni in it? The way I make it, no. But I mean, I guess maybe you could.
I'm going to attempt to eat this monstrosity, which is going all
8 ounces of tuna, half a gallon of Miracle Whip. No, he got it right.
over the place because there's too much Miracle Whip in it. But the good news is, like I said, the Miracle Whip is actually not that bad for you. It has less than half of the fat and cholesterol of mayonnaise. So imagine if I had made this with mayonnaise. That thing would have been an artery clogger. So good thing I didn't use that, and I used alternative ingredients. So
Yeah, thank God for the alternative ingredient.
anyway, there's a reason why we
That totally makes it better.
call this Poorly Cooking with the King. I'm DSP. I hope that you refine this recipe to make it a little bit better, and
For fuck's sake, do anything other than this.
therefore it doesn't fall apart. But keep in mind, we were also doing a panini, and paninis can be hit or miss, especially with a liquid type ingredient like we had here, and that's kind of why the sandwich is falling apart too.
Or you could just use toasted bread. You could do that.
So, all right, that's it for this episode. All right, welcome to another.
So that was what I call tuna soup. No, he never does. That's why I like the Poorly Cooking with the King episodes, because he doesn't eat it. Sometimes he'll like taste something and you'll hear the obnoxious eating sounds, but this is a way to like look at the food that he makes, but you don't have to deal with him eating it. I think it's great.
Another episode of Poorly Cooking with the King, and today we're going to be doing an American classic, and it's actually one of the quickest
It's time for hot dogs.
things that you can cook in your kitchen. Really easy. We're going to be doing hot dogs, but also as a little side,
16 minutes and 52 seconds. 17 minutes, y'all, for hot dogs.
I have some. Well,
I mean, did he have to kill the hot dog first? Like, why is this 17 minutes?
they're hidden. Got some baked beans that I'm going to be making at the same time. Don't have too much to put on the hot dogs, unfortunately. I looked and I completely forgot this week. I needed relish. I needed sauerkraut. There's like 3 or 4 things I was going to buy, and I completely forgot about it when I went shopping on Monday. So that's my fault. But we're going to show you the basics. So for starters, if you're like me, you don't know exactly what you're going to eat every day, okay? And especially if you're like me and you
If you're like me, you don't know what you're going to eat every day. I mean, you can't make the shit up.
live alone, I don't think you're going to be eating 8 hot dogs in one sitting. Now, most hot dogs come in these 8-packs.
Don't fucking judge me. You don't know my life. Maybe I do eat 8 hot dogs in one sitting. You don't fucking know me, son of a bitch.
Unless you buy them fresh from your grocer, which you can do. You can get them from a deli singly. What I do is usually I freeze this 8-pack, and then when I'm ready...
They're fresh hot dogs. He picked them right up. Here at Poorly Cooking with the King, we pride ourselves by picking our hot dogs fresh off the tree every morning for your enjoyment.
Ready to cook them, what you do is you take them out, and my sink is actually full of water right now. What I did is about an hour and a half ago, I filled the sink up with warm water. I took the frozen 8-pack,
Could be hot dogs. Might be a dick. Who knows?
threw it in there, and now it is perfectly thawed. I mean, these are ready to go, ready to open and cook. So that is how you thaw hot dogs relatively quickly. Now, I actually like Nathan's beef franks because I grew up with them. They used to be...
I didn't watch the Nintendo Direct. I watched Phil watch it. I already forget what it's called, but the half Pokemon, half Minecraft thing looked cute. Some of it I skipped. A lot of it I'm just not particularly interested in or familiar with.
Nathan's at my local mall. I used to eat there all the time. And I really like the flavor
But the Pokemon one, that was cute.
of them. Obviously, any kind of frank will do. They're all pretty much the same. But anyway, I'm going to drain my sink because I don't want this thing full of water all day. What we're going to do is we're going to fry them up. There are different ways to make hot dogs. You can boil them. You can fry them. You can grill them. I don't have a grill here, obviously. The quickest way for me to do this and to show you guys how the quickest way to cook them would be to fry them up. So that's what we're going to do. Super easy. I mean, I can't even... It's really hard to fuck up a hot dog.
Is it just me, or was that sink draining like really slow? Am I retarded? Which, I mean, the answer is probably yes, but that's okay.
I'm
Like,
going to drain my sink.
I know, I'm so sorry, like, for, like, my fucking tism. I
want this thing full of water all day. What we're going to do is we're going to fry them up. There are different ways to make hot dogs. You can boil them. You can fry them. You can grill them. I don't have a grill here, obviously. The quickest way for me to do this and to show you guys how the quickest way to cook them would be to fry them up. So that's what we're going to do. Super easy. I mean, I can't even...
I was gonna say, it's gotta be because he puts all the shit down the drain, right? Like, I know it was fairly, like, full, like, up of, water, but... I mean, you're retarded, but it was draining slow. That's what I thought. I'm like, no, I am fucking retarded, but...
It's really hard to
surely that just seemed... But the thing, he puts the bacon grease in the toilet, so...
fuck up a hot dog. Let's put it that way. You really have to try. So let's go ahead and get this started. We're going to...
Can you imagine sharing plumbing with this guy? No, I cannot.
Is we're going to spray as usual. You usually can put...
Well, see, here's the thing. It's okay now because, well, they're down to one bathroom now in the snort for it. But see, mommy cooks. So hopefully, I don't know, hopefully mommy's pouring Drano down there every once in a while.
Spray that in the pot there. In the pan. Just covering it there. That takes care of the coating. We're going to go up and turn it up to roughly medium heat. Okay? At the same time, we are going to cook the baked beans. Here's the thing. Any can of beans that you get, the easiest thing on the planet because it's already cooked. All you need to do is warm this
Well, thank God it's easy.
up and you're ready to go. So we got a pot here. We're going to go ahead. Unfortunately, I don't have a mechanical can opener, so this could be a pain in the ass, but we're going to open this guy up. Be very careful not to cut yourself when you do this.
I am 40 years old. Did he just say don't cut yourself on the can opener? What do you do with your can opener, sir? You know what? Never mind. Mulligan, do over. I didn't ask that.
The other bummer is, for someone like me, obviously this can of baked beans is way
You're too stupid to know how to use the can opener? That was where I was going to go.
too much for one person, but I live alone. So unless I invite someone over to share dinner with, I'm going to have way too many beans. I'm going to eat some, and I'm going to end up getting rid of the rest. Go ahead and, oops. Our lid is stuck, which you have to be super careful because the lid is so sharp. There we go. All the beans out of there into the pot.
You could just take the lid off and throw it away. Are you afraid of the lid? You look like you're afraid of the lid. What is it gonna do? Cut your arm off? It's a lid.
All set. We're gonna go throw that out immediately so that there's no threat of getting cut. And like I said, the easy thing about this, there's no instructions needed. All you're literally gonna do, you put them in a pot like so, you cover the pot, make sure that the beans are an even level in there, not that you have one tall hill of beans in the middle. You go ahead, you can turn that right rear on medium heat. And you're just going to wait for it to your liking to heat up. Maybe you like them steaming hot, maybe you don't. Maybe you just like them lukewarm. That's completely up to you. So we're going to do a couple things. So I also want to toast the buns for the hot dogs. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my grill on. My panini press like you saw on the video for the tuna salad sandwich. Two reasons I'm doing this. Number one, because a plain white bun can be really boring. And number two, because these were frozen. So they're kind of thawed out, but not completely. So I do want to toast them a little bit before I put my hot dogs on them. So, what are we going to do?
Dear God, raw cheese, raw hot dog buns, raw hot dogs. What the fuck is happening here?
We're going to go ahead and get this going. Before you fry anything, I've told you, turn on, if you have a fan, you have to turn the fan on at least low. Last thing you want is to have smoke coming up and have a smoke.
Nothing should be smoking. You're heating up baked beans and you're cooking a hot dog. Nothing should be smoking.
Smoke alarm go off, which has happened to me before.
Unless it's you, because you've got weed or a cigarette. Other than that, nothing should be smoking.
So we got our hot dogs here. I'm going to go ahead and cut them open. Being very careful. Careful not to, if it's an open flame, this is an electric stove for me, this is safe for me to do this. If you have a gas oven, do not ever put your hand like that under the grill. You'll burn your freaking hand off. I'm going to go ahead with 1, 2 hot dogs. Now, to make sure the hot dog does not burst, because what will happen is as it cooks, it'll actually start to swell. You have to make small incisions, okay? Diagonal incisions across the top of the dog, such as so. Don't go too deep, because if you go too deep, your hot dog is going to pull apart when you're cooking it, and it's going to basically not look like a hot dog anymore. So that's that. We're going to let that sit there and start to fry for a little bit. No big deal. I'm going to wash off a couple things over here while I have the chance. Grab my towel from over here and dry this off.
Let's move this along. He puts the hot dogs in the freezer, and then we stare at the hot dogs for many, many, many minutes.
And I'm going to let it sit like that for a second so it starts to grill. Then I'm probably going to just press it for a very short amount of time. Now, as you see, our hot dogs are now bubbling. We need to flip them again. That's the sign. And you just keep rolling them around. Just make sure they're not cooking on one side for too long. And yes, they will fight with you. You will find that the hot dogs will like to roll themselves around. That's
The The hot dog will fight with you. I need that on a t-shirt. Please. The hot dog will fight with you.
Actually happens when they get hot enough, they actually start moving themselves in the pan. And you have to fight to make sure it doesn't keep landing on the same side, or else you're going to end up with a burnt hot dog. Isn't this exciting? Those beans are probably almost ready. You can see all the steam on top. I'm checking and they're starting to bubble. When the beans start to bubble, that is the sign that they are ready. So I'm actually going to get the bowl ready.
They don't have to bubble. They're cooked beans. Your desired heat will be fine. You don't have to boil the bean.
And if you
unless you're, actually cooking them, but these are already done.
want to be safe, which you probably should be, which I usually aren't, but I want to be safe now. Use a ladle. Don't just pour the damn pot into a bowl. Use a ladle to get it into the bowl.
No, yeah, you fucking uncultured swine. Yeah, use a goddamn ladle, asshole.
Turn that heat off.
Says the man who can't work his fucking can opener.
Get that lid into the sink. And is the camera? Yes, the camera's correct. Scoop those beans right in there. Those are nice hot beans.
Into his one fucking bowl. That is the bowl from the scrambled eggs. That is the bowl from the tuna soup.
I'm not going to eat all these beans. There's no way on the planet I'm going to eat
Don't pour them in. Don't just pour them into the fucking bowl like an uncultured asshole.
all these beans, but like I said, it's tough when you live alone. It's tough to find things that you can either make small servings or you can save. Like, you wouldn't want to save beans that you keep reheating. They're going to turn into mush, especially if they're a good brand like Bush's. I like Bush's. They're a really good, tasty brand that I wouldn't want to keep reheating these things. Okay. We're going to flip our hot dogs in a second, but what I'm going to do now with our buns, as you can see, we're starting to grill nicely. Look
The one. Oh my god.
at that. We got beautiful grill marks. I'm going to go ahead and flip them like that. Those buns are toasting very nicely. Now we're going to go ahead here, flip our hot dogs again. They're probably already bubbling up on that side. And as you can see, they start to curve. Where you cut the hot dog, it seems to separate itself.
We stare at hot
That's good. That
dogs
means
for
that
a
you did the right
very
amount of heat up
ridiculously long time, so.
enough, and they're going to take longer to cook, which is going to be a pain in the ass. Alright, another minute, another couple seconds here, we'll be good to go. I'm actually going to get these buns ready for the dog delivery.
Did he say ready for the dog delivery? Is that what he just fucking said? I'm sorry, what?
I'm actually going to get these buns ready for the dog delivery.
I'm going to get these buns ready for the dog delivery. Holy fuck.
And what I'll actually do, we're going to do traditional ketchup, and we're going to do spicy mayo, because let's face it, spicy mayo is the only mayo you should ever put on a hot dog. I don't understand these people who put that yellow mayo on a hot dog. Like, that does not belong on a hot dog, man. Sorry. Traditional hot dogs always have spicy mayo, sauerkraut, relish, onions, and sometimes ketchup if people want ketchup on it. For me, unfortunately, I don't have any of those other things besides the spicy mayo, so go ahead and put some ketchup on those buns. Almost done. Alright, I think we're good. One last check. Yes, we're looking good. They're looking plump and juicy, cooked. I'm going to go ahead and deliver it straight to the bun, like so. Perfect. Turn your heat right off so that way you don't accidentally keep the stove on. There's some nice spicy
Turn it off so that you don't leave it on. I mean, the shit, like, really writes itself, doesn't it?
mustard. There you go. Whoops. We got a little squirter there. So when you're done, what do you have? 2 juicy, hot, ready to eat American style hot dogs. They look a little messy, but that's because it's poorly cooking with the king. And a bowl of hot, ready to eat beans. But they're still steaming hot here. I'm gonna probably dig in soon before they cool down. And that is it. You got toasted buns. You can add whatever you like. Like I said, traditional with the works is spicy mustard, sauerkraut chopped.
Look at everything dripping everywhere. The 12 pounds of ketchup he put on there and everything. Ugh.
Onions, and relish. That's called the works. And that really is traditionally in America what people put on their hot dogs. So for me, like I said, unfortunately I didn't buy the ingredients this week. I completely forgot. So, but anyway, that's it for this episode of Cooking with the King. That thing's ready to eat. I'm hungry. I'm going to dig in. And maybe next time we'll go for something a little bit more complicated, something that has a little bit more cooking time or whatever. But I guess we'll
For God's sake, don't do anything more complicated. I watched you fuck up a tuna sandwich, sir.
have to see what I'll have available. But anyway, that is it. Enjoy. What's up, everyone, and welcome to another edition
Oh God, it's breakfast again. Do we want another breakfast video, or do we want to skip to the next one?
of Poorly Cooking with the King. Today we are going to do a slight variation on a recipe that I've actually already done, but it actually completely changes the dish. We did scrambled eggs, and wow, excuse me.
Wow, that's hot.
Ooh, you tell I'm hungry. My stomach's like, give me food. We did scrambled eggs already, and if you remember, the easy way to make that dish was just to take a couple eggs and beat them, put them in a dish or a frying pan, fry them over heat, and move them around until they're scrambled, and then your dish is done. What we're going to do today...
Let me see what the next one... Okay, so we only have a few left. This is the omelet. Okay, so we can watch... This one's 16 minutes long. It's the omelet. We can do chicken quesadillas and tacos. That's what we got left. Omelet, quesadilla, and tacos. So do you guys want to do omelet, or do you want to skip right to... quesadilla? You guys let me know,
is we're going to do a variation on that and attempt to make it...
because this is like the 4th time that we've seen breakfast, because we've seen like the bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches where he pours the bacon grease down the toilet. Then it was scrambled eggs, and then it was what did he call it, the egg with the hole in it, or whatever the fuck.
Omelet. Now, it's going to be a very simple omelet with a little bit of meat, ham and sausage and cheese. Now, I do want to let you know, unlike those cooking shows that lie, I want to let you know that I did do a little bit of pre-preparation for today's cooking. As you can
Oh no, he did prep.
see, I've already prepared some ham.
Hey, Cookin, how you doing, honey?
Slices
Big ups.
from, basic lunch meat, anything that you can buy at a
Stab my throat. So violent,
supermarket,
Iviga.
and some sausage links. I've already cooked them, and I've chopped them up. So those are good to go to add to my omelet. And I have some shredded cheddar right here, which we're going to add to the omelet as well as it cooks. So what we're going to do is we're going to make the omelet and just add those ingredients. It's very basic, but it should turn out all right.
That's okay. We'll just run with it. We'll do omelet.
And I just want to let you know, obviously this will add maybe up to 5 minutes of extra time to this recipe, even though these people on TV, they love to say, oh, it's a 10-minute meal, but then they forget to mention there was 45 minutes of prep involved. So,
And
all
speaking
right,
of
so
the
what
prep,
we're going to do the same exact
we don't actually
thing
start cooking
that
until
we
about 5 minutes in, so let's just get there. Because it takes him, 16 minutes to make an omelet. Eggs cook in like 3 minutes.
Just opening my bag of cheese over here to get it ready for when we add it to the omelet. So very, very simple. We're just going to let it sit there and cook for a little bit. For all you whiners, I do have a
Oh, here it is. Here's where he talks about the spatula thing.
plastic spatula so that I don't destroy the Teflon in my pan. Even though I've never destroyed the Teflon in a pan before, I had an overwhelming number of people when I started these videos start complaining, Phil, how dare you use a metal spatula in a Teflon-coated pan? You're destroying your pan. You're getting Teflon in the food. And I was like, oh boy, here we go. I've only been cooking for, my life and never had a problem, but leave it to the internet. You make one video and people will start second guessing you and telling you they know better. So rather than fight with thousands of people who think that they're smart. You got a plastic spatula. Actually,
But wouldn't that prove that they're smart? You went out and bought it, so you obviously must have thought it was a good idea. Because if you didn't, you would have said, fuck you, I'm not going to do that. So they basically told you to, like, work on your kitchen sexy, so you ran out and bought stuff.
I had a plastic spatula anyway. It's not like I ran out and bought one. But anyway, just like with the scrambled eggs, this is going to go ahead and cook. I kind of wish I preheated the pan now, because now you're staring at an egg starting to cook in a pan, which is annoying. I'll up the heat just a little bit. Try to get this going. And it's pretty simple. All we're going to do, we're going to wait for the egg to start to solidify. And as the egg starts to solidify, then we're going to add our ingredients to the omelet. And I have way too many, by the way. I'm not going to add all what you saw on that plate. That was way too much. I just wanted to make sure, but I had some leftovers, and it's better to have, you know, more than enough than not enough. So I figured.
Right. I don't believe this guy who had his mom comb his hair till he was 17 has been cooking his whole life, right? You hear like these, like, you know, prodigy, you know, chefs. They were like 4, 5, 6, like in the kitchen cooking. I highly doubt that if he needed mommy to comb his hair when he was 16, 17 years old.
Leftovers, might as well prepare them all for this dish.
I believe he does burn the omelet, yes. He also, he over salts it. I think he does something where he fucks it up.
And really,
I have no idea who puts eggs like this in a cold pan. I think the problem is because he has an electric stove. I don't think he realizes in some cases how long that takes to heat up. And sometimes, well, for, you know, an idiot like this, eggs can be very fickle.
I think the mentality of what you should go for when you make an omelet is that you're making it.
How has he never burned his house down? Well, mommy cooks now. I mean, wife, not mom.
Egg burrito. Only the egg is the actual
And they DoorDash everything.
tortilla in this case. So you're putting your ingredients in the middle of the omelet, and you're going to wrap it up in the egg.
Thank you for egg-splaining the omelet. Womp womp.
Man, I love this stuff. FRS, healthy energy drink. Oh, it's delicious. It's not carbonated. I'm going to talk about it in a DSP Tries It for sure. I just tried it this week. It's really good.
How long are we going to stare at this egg before we do something here? Okay, here we go. We're just staring at eggs. Jesus Christ.
You can add as much as you want. You don't have to, you know, don't overdo it, obviously. Let's add.
Oh, yeah, he DoorDashed IHOP recently and got food poisoning. Yeah, but he let us know that he wasn't going to share the story of how the bad veggie omelet made him shit his pants.
Some sausage. Whoops. That guy went crazy. Okay, let's get some cheese on there.
He is using the raw
add
cheese.
some salt and pepper, which I did not do to my scrambled eggs, which
I think this is where he fucks it up, I think.
kind of, honestly, when I ate them, I was like, "Bleh, they're so bland. I can't believe I didn't season these things with salt and pepper," but that was so long ago. It was one of my first cooking videos, but I wasn't used to doing it on camera, per se.
I bet the amount of times this goon has shit his pants would shock us all. I don't think I'd be that shocked to find out how many times he legit shit his pants.
Go ahead, add just a little bit of salt. Pinch of salt.
That was not a pinch, but okay. I think he fucks up the
Tiny bit of
pepper.
pepper. Whoa! That was not a tiny bit of pepper. God damn it, I used the wrong side of my shaker.
Yeah, he like bombs this shit with pepper.
Whoa! That was not a tiny bit of pepper. God damn it, I used the wrong side of my shaker. Oh my god. This is gonna be the pepperiest omelet in human history. God damn it. Did you see that? Oh, man. Oh, I just ruined it pretty much. Well, anyway, it's not going to ruin the recipe. It's just going to ruin my meal. So, as you can see, it is nice and solid now. So once it's nice and solid like this, what you can actually do, actually it's a little bit liquidy. I'm going to let it cook a little bit longer, then I'm going to flip it. I can't believe how much pepper came out, man. Holy shit. That sucked. And I'm going to have to eat this, too. I'm not going to throw this out. I'm going to eat this. Damn it. Oh, man, so much pepper. Fuck. I almost feel like I should grab a paper towel and try to... Nah, I'm not going to ruin it. God damn it, that sucks. Alright, just like a fried egg, you can hear it. It's starting to crackle, which means it's almost ready to turn into our egg burrito, per se. So what we're going to do, get close enough to it, we're basically just going to flip.
Oh, this is going to be so sad. Jack Harper, thanks for the 2. Is that USA is gay, I guess? Thank you.
The most solid, whatever you think is the most solid portion, you flip over. Whoops. And you can flip it over in halves. I've seen people flip over omelets in halves. Or I've seen people just go ahead and this is falling apart. God damn it.
It'd be nice if we could see, but we can't.
Need a fork to aid me. Slide this guy over.
Ugh.
So it's a pretty messy looking omelet, but it's an omelet. You know what? We'll just go ahead and roll this guy one more time. That's pretty much it. Like I said, it's pretty much like making an egg burrito. And this guy's pretty much done. You can cook it more if you want. You can cook it less if you want. Let's go ahead and I don't have a clean plate. As you can hear, once you roll it properly, the thing actually starts cooking itself. I should have actually rolled it a little bit earlier, which is why it's so brown on the outside. But it's still good. Okay, so
How do you start at 0 heat and burn the omelet?
there you have it.
You leave it in there for 15 minutes and 54
It's your
seconds.
basic omelet. A little bit. Whoa! Oh, if I didn't shove it in your face. Your basic omelet. It's gonna have ham, sausage, and melted cheddar. Obviously, if you get it in a diner, I've seen this many different ways. Sometimes people just flip it over once, and it looks
Burnt omelet with 12 pounds of pepper in
a
it.
half moon almost. Some people make this burrito. In fact, when I went to IHOP when I was in Tennessee for my
Was that like a giant burp?
trip to Tennessee this year, they always made it in a burrito like this to make more room on your plate for other stuff. So it all depends. There's many different variations.
Leave it in there for 1651, of course.
Recipe, but this is ready to go. So there you go. Extremely easy. It's, in my opinion, it's pretty much just as easy as making the scrambled eggs because it's the same recipe pretty much, only add ingredients and you flip it over once it gets more solid. So this is DSP with another Cooking with the King. Anyone can do that.
Oh, okay. Apparently, at some point, I was watching chicken quesadillas. Okay.
Recipe I have made.
There you go. Somebody made this an actual fucking intro.
Several times. This can actually be made as an appetizer. It could be made as a full meal, depending on how much you make. It's a party favorite. It's something that can be shared with your friends, and a lot of people seem to enjoy it. Commonly, when you go out places to eat, you might order this for an appetizer or something like that. And what we're talking about is a chicken quesadilla. What we're going to be doing, I'm going to make 2 of them today. One for me, and I'm probably going to save one. But anyway, we're going to do a couple things. It's going to involve the panini press. We do not need the stove at all today. The panini press is perfect for this kind of a dish. It's going to melt everything perfectly the way that we want. So what do you need? What are the ingredients that you need? Well, first of all, obviously, the no-brainer ingredient is that if you're going to do it, you need some kind of tortillas. And so I just got the regular burrito size is important, because what I've noticed is when I go to the supermarket, they usually have 2 or 3 different sizes, and the burrito size is the biggest one. It's the one that you're going to be able to do this with. If you get the smaller ones, you're going to have to make a smaller quesadilla. So something like that. Obviously, panini grill if you have one. If not, you could always fry these or do something like that, but it does not come out as well. Now, here's our various ingredients over here we're going to be using to make these quesadillas. We've got some fresh peppers. Now, actually, funny story, these peppers, normally, I would have actually just bought them, from the regular, my local supermarket and just picked them off the shelf. When I went the other night, I went pretty late, and they didn't have any. They were actually out of peppers, so I had to get the pre-packaged. Sometimes you can get like a pack of 3, which is pretty cool. These are, oh, they're great. They smell great, and also this is pretty cool. If you take a look here, it's a mutated pepper. It's a green pepper that had a red pepper that had a small green pepper growing inside of it. So it's a mutant pepper. But anyway, what we're gonna do first thing. Well, let me talk about the rest of the ingredients. Mexican cheese blend. You can get any brand. This is my local store brand. Big Y is a local supermarket, but you can get any brand. Just make sure that the cheese is not too thick. If the cheese is like a thick cut, it's harder for it to melt. Chicken, you can do a couple things. You can get fresh chicken breast and cook it and cut it yourself.
Oh yeah, this is where he has like the frozen chicken breast or whatever.
I obviously don't have that kind of time being a gamer, and I have like 100 other games to play and 100 videos to do. But the real reason that I bought this is because this was on sale. You can find this usually at your local supermarket. They call them shortcuts, and there's Purdue, and there's other brands too. And what it is, it's a grilled chicken breast that they've actually pre-cooked and chopped up. So it's pre-cooked. It's similar like a hot dog. It's pre-cooked. That you can use some of it, refreeze it. It doesn't matter. It's not going to go bad because it's already pre-cooked. You don't have to worry. Just like a hot dog. I know some people made comments on my hot dog video. How could you refreeze meat? Well, you have to understand. A hot dog is cooked, fully cooked. And if something's fully cooked, it's not a big deal if you refreeze it and use it again. And as I made a comment, especially for me, I'm living alone. There's no way I'm going to eat an entire meal of this much freaking chicken or eat this 3 times in 1 or 2 days before it goes bad. So this is okay to refreeze as long as it's fully cooked, and this is fully cooked. Some other ingredients.
Ugh, yuck.
Now, what I found in my experience is to try to make quesadillas, okay? I tried to simulate what the sauce was that they put on these quesadillas.
Try to simulate cooking like chicken. Simulate cooking fresh chicken and like
If you go to say Taco
what
Bell,
the fuck?
because you can get steak or chicken quesadillas at Taco Bell. I found that first it was a ranch. It's a ranch variation, I believe, but I think it's either a chipotle sauce or what I found is a
We had Chipotle. He still can't say Chipotle.
spicy ranch kind of a dressing like this. Actually, is really close to the flavor of what I found when I went to say Taco Bell and got their quesadilla. I'm sure every single restaurant does it differently and has their own recipe, but for me, I found any kind of like a ranch or spicy ranch variation is usually what I want to use as a sauce on there. So, like I said, fresh peppers. What we're gonna need after we cook our quesadillas is things to dip them in, because you know.
It's kind of crazy, isn't it? It's on 1.5 speed, and this is like, 85 fucking years ago. He is still this fucking. Everything is fucking already cooked. All he has to do is throw the shit on the fucking tortilla and put it on the press. And this is 21 minutes. He is this fucking long-winded, even back then.
I just want to eat a plain quesadilla. That's not fun. So you might want to just grab some salsa from your local grocer. This is actually on sale, which is why I got the giant one for dipping. And then also, you can get sour cream, which I do have.
Or cut a tomato. I mean, not that you can't also add salsa, but you could cut a tomato.
I have it in the fridge. I'm not going to take that out yet because it'll start to melt.
That's basically why the salsa is there, because he doesn't want to buy and or cut a tomato.
But anyway, so the good news is this is one of the most basic dishes you can make. It's really hard to screw up. If you do screw it up, the only thing that you could possibly do is add too much of an ingredient, which makes it basically a sloppy mess. So what I'm going to try to do is get the ratio right. Now, I've done it both ways, where I haven't put enough ingredients in and it ends up being a little dry or not as tasty. And I've also done it the flip side, where I put too much cheese or too much sauce in, and the thing, when it goes on the panini grill, goes bleh, all over the place, and it makes a big mess. So today I'm going to try to get the proper ratio. But anyway, starting off, as you saw what I did, I started to chop up some of these peppers that we're going to put inside of these 2 quesadillas. You don't want to do too many, because if you do too much of any one ingredient, it's going to overpower the flavor of the quesadilla. And the last thing you want is I can only taste peppers. I can only taste, the cheese. I can only taste one certain ingredient. And what I like to do is cut it into very small pieces, almost like mince.
Exactly, Iviga. I highly doubt he doesn't have time to melt butter. That's why he puts the Pam in there. He's a gamer. He doesn't have time to melt butter. So I guess if you don't have time for that, then surely you can't, fucking make your own salsa or chop anything or do anything.
Because I don't want to.
Yeah. Remember all of his Taco Bell complaints when he does this. Big ups, AJ. Yeah, that's a good thing to think about.
Get an entire mouthful.
All of his Taco Bell complaints.
Say, just pepper. I am using a very large knife that, you can get with any standard knife set. So be careful when you're doing something like this. Obviously, don't chop your hand off, because I don't want to have your parents.
You mean I shouldn't chop my hand off? Fuck. Well, I mean, there goes the rest of my afternoon. I was only doing this because I thought I should chop my hand off. Fucking retard.
Contacting me, telling me that they now have a one-armed child because they saw DSP making peppers and they went like this. Okay, so be careful. Pretty straightforward. All you're doing is chopping, 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 and then make sure that they're small enough to go in. Okay, so now we have enough peppers for our 2 quesadillas.
Why is that the knife that you're using? Like, what is happening?
You don't need a lot. I cut off the bottom ends here. You can obviously use those if you want, but I cut off the bottom ends because I wanted some of the fresh rings straight from the pepper. Those are going to be the juiciest parts of the pepper.
I mean, watching him cook, it might make more sense why he DoorDashes everything.
I found that peppers can actually, if you wrap them properly...
Now it's I DoorDash everything. I don't have time to cook. I'm a streamer. But ain't that what the fucking mom wife is for?
Plastic wrap and put them in your fridge.
Isn't that why Mommy 2.0 lives in the house?
They can last about a week before they start to wilt and go bad. So obviously I'm going to save these and hopefully use them for something else later this week. I'm not sure what at this point. But I'm just going to move those out of the way. Put them over here so that we don't think about them.
He can't use a can opener. I'm sure he's terrified of like a knife sharpener, and I'm sure I'm positive he doesn't know how to just do it without like an actual knife sharpener. So
So what do you do basically? Well, make sure you can still see that. Let's do a swap. Okay.
JDX, big up, Sonny. What's going on?
Idea number 1. It's actually kind of small. I'm surprised. I wonder if that's just a midget. It is a little small compared to that one. Doesn't matter.
All the food they cook is pre-made bullshit. Yeah, that was pretty eye-opening when during the Kino arc when he was showing the inside of his fridge and his freezer.
We're gonna make 2 anyway. What I'm gonna do is I am gonna start to heat up my panini grill because it does not take too long to make these, and I want this to be warm. So I'll turn the grill on. I usually have it on high heat. And if you watch any of my other cooking videos, you know when that right-hand blue light goes on, we'll know that it's hot enough to start. I do apologize. The lighting's a little dark in my kitchen. One of the light bulbs blew out today, which pisses me off because I just switched the light bulbs out a couple weeks ago, which basically means that I ripped off. But anyway, I digress. The first thing that you're going to want to do is put your sauce in here. And what you want to assume when you put your sauce down is, excuse me, you have to think about which way you're going to fold it, okay? So I'm going to fold it like this. I'm going to distribute the sauce, but hopefully be it so that it'll all, at least when I fold it over, go into the crease. And you have to think in your head, don't put so much sauce that when you fold this over and the press goes on it, that it's going to squeeze the sauce out of it. So you don't need a lot. You only need a very small amount. So I'm actually going to grab a spoon, small spoon, to do that. Go ahead. Make sure it's mixed up.
Remember when he had real plates and real silverware?
Oh.
That's kind of blowing my mind right now.
So a very small amount. You spread it all over your tortilla like so. Make sure there's some good coverage and flavor on there. You might want to do a little extra down the center, like so. So that way there's a little bit more in the center. Okay, now. Well, I won't cut that, leave it like this. So I'm going to go back to it. Next goes your chicken. Well,
Oh, is that game on eBay now? That's pretty
actually, let's
funny.
take that back. You can put a little bit of a sprinkling of cheese down first, because that'll be the cheese that'll melt against the tortilla. Most of these cheeses now have a zip closed bag, so you don't waste the cheese, obviously. Yeah, here you go. A light coating, just a light coating of cheese. Now your chicken. And the way that these work is that they're actually the same thing. They're zip packaging, but they could be a pain in the ass to get it open initially if they didn't do like a dotted perforated line properly. And I find more often than not these days they don't do that. So it's looking to me like I'm going to have to do is either cut it, because they never open. They never freaking open.
You can't open the bag of chicken? Fucking yikes.
They don't know what they're doing, so. Yeah, easy tear. Tear here, but they didn't put a perforation on the bag. So how is it easy tear if they forget to put the dots on the bag to rip it off easily? It's not, you fuckers. I hate that. Easy tear, but you have to actually put the tear line on there to do it, and more often than not these days I find they don't. So here we go, we're just going to cut the damn thing to get it open. Idiots. Okay. Alright, so there we go, we're open. We have our chicken. Get this out of there, we're going to do a line of chicken here. Like I said, it's pre-cooked, it does not have to be washed, it's ready to go. It's ready to go inside.
Did you just say the chicken doesn't have to be washed? Good. I'm glad.
Your quesadilla. So we're going to basically line one side of this with the chicken, because remember, you're going to flip it over, you're going to fold it over. So we got some pretty good coverage with chicken. Toss some peppers in there, spread them out, so you don't get too many of one kind of pepper in one bite. Very basic, as you can see. We're going to put a couple more smaller pieces of chicken on top, like that. And then we're going to put some more cheese on top of it, because that's the key, is that you need to get the cheese to melt. Okay, now see how easy that was? That was nothing complicated.
Exactly, Beavis. Yeah, they don't know what they're doing, says the man who can't, fucking open the bag.
Whatsoever. Anyone can do that. You fold it over like so. And you have
He did not cook the peppers. They are raw.
quesadilla number 1 ready to go on the grill. So we're going to whip through one more. Get our sauce. Oh, of course, too much sauce comes out. So this one's gonna be messy.
So he's gonna
What
make
can I
a
say?
second one.
And here we go. It is going. Be careful.
There we
so
go.
What we're gonna do, just like we did with the other thing that we put on our panini press, when you push it down, you usually use a spatula to angle it so that when it goes down, it presses it firmly. Make sure that there's pressure so that it is actually like clamped between there and it is cooking and melting. And here we go. It is going ahead.
Yeah, he needs yellow paint on the bag.
To be honest, this quesadilla is going to be better than what you can get at like Taco Bell because we put other ingredients in it. We put some healthy peppers in there. Taco Bell, good luck trying to get them to put anything in there besides cheese and their whatever their dressing is. I don't even know if it's, like I said, if it's spicy ranch or not. It's probably some custom-made concoction with 5 zillion calories, I'm sure. Remember, you can put any kind of sauce in there that you like. You don't have to put sauce in there if you don't like, but then understand it's just going to be cheese and chicken and whatever else you put in there. I like it because I put a little bit of sauce because it gives it a little bit more of a, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not dry, let's put it that way. It's not necessarily wet, but it's not a dry quesadilla.
It's not wet, but it's not dry. Then what the fuck is it?
Alright, so my chicken, I sealed it. It has a vacuum seal.
Is there a third option I'm unaware of?
I made sure here that all the air's out of it. I'm going to refreeze it, probably make quesadillas next week with this. Go ahead and put the cheese away while that cooks. The dressing I'm putting away. Don't want that sitting out for too long. The peppers I'll wrap in a bit. After I'm done cooking this, I'll wrap the peppers up, but I can clean up the little leftovers we've got. No need to scrub the blade with all you've done is cut a pepper. Peppers are pretty much, water and plant cells, so it's not like it's going to destroy the blade with acidity or anything like that. It's not like cutting an orange or something else where you should scrub your plate. Now, extremely, look at that. Super easy after I had that. So useful in the kitchen. And they're super cheap. You can get them at any supermarket for like $1. So we're just going to put some salsa out on the plate.
It's a gas. That's if it's not a solid or a liquid. It's a gas. Ah, of course. A wet, dry, and gas.
These quesadillas in like that. And then we're going to put some sour cream out.
What are you
Too
doing?
much, but enough to get some on there. Because remember, we did 2 quesadillas. I want to make sure I have enough for both.
I thought you were going
There
to
you
eat
have it.
one later.
I love a good salsa. It smells, I do like Tostitos salsa. For whatever reason, I don't know. I guess it is kind of my favorite. I've had others, I'm like, Tostitos seems to have a lot of good ingredients in it. That has some good
Oh,
flavor.
God, that bothers me.
Sounds like our quesadillas are almost ready. Let's take a look.
You know, at like Target, you can get like 4 condiment dishes for like $1.
First, I'll give them another push. That sounds good. Oh yeah,
Just
grill lines,
saying.
See what I mean? Beautiful on panini press. You get the grill lines on your quesadilla, which is really cool. What we're gonna do is take a spatula and get them off. Turn off the grill here. Wow, these might actually be perfect. I mean, and when I say that, I mean it was just enough sauce and cheese that it cooked to the very edge. What am I doing? I'm freaking... Gee, I wonder why you can't see it, because I have such a freaking close-up, you can't see the final product. The sauce and cheese was just enough that it went to the edge of the tortilla, as you can see, and it's now that we've taken it off in perfect timing when it started to sizzle, it's going to solidify, and therefore it's not going to overrun. So what you're going to want to do is probably wait about 5 minutes, to be completely honest, because it is really hot when it comes off the grill. Then you can take a simple knife, and you cut it into 4. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and each piece is 4 triangular pieces. And what you do is you take those pieces, and you dip them into your sauces. So you can get some salsa on one, you can get some sour cream on one, and like you saw, really quick, little to no prep required. The only real cleanup is just the knife.
Yeah, real quick. Only 21 minutes.
Any plates that you use, and the panini grill if it gets dirty. In this case, this is one of the few times I think I've used this grill, and only a tiny little bit is right there, so it's going to be 2 seconds to clean it. So I'm thrilled about that, because I
He ain't gonna clean that shit. X to gout. He will not be cleaning that.
hate cleaning this damn thing. That is it. That is the dish. Chicken quesadillas. It's quick. It's easy. It does not require a lot of cooking skill whatsoever. Anyone can do it as long as you get the right ingredients. And like I said, always be sure to get something a little extra. Don't just do cheese and chicken. I've seen people just do cheese and chicken, and I'm like, that's so bland. Get something. Put seasoning in it. Put some peppers in it. Get a little sauce.
Yeah, put some big honking pieces of fucking raw pepper in there and then pour 8 gallons of fucking salsa onto a plate. You fucking uncultured
Something in it.
swine.
And also, don't just eat the quesadilla. I do recommend, obviously, salsa's the healthier option here. Just get some nice, good salsa and use it. But I'm a sucker for sour cream, so I have a little bit of sour cream there. I'll be dipping them in there too. So
I'm a sucker for sour cream. I'm just gonna leave it.
that's it for this episode of Cooking with the King, Chicken Quesadilla. I'll see you guys next time. What is up, everyone?
Did we need the
DSP, welcome to another
logo?
episode of
Did we need the logo up there the whole time? Okay, so the last one that we have to watch is the tacos, which is probably, as far as I'm concerned, this is the one that is like I don't know. I think like the second grossest after the fucking tuna soup, but I'm out of time because I have to do tacos and I actually don't have to open any cans because I make mine with real stuff. So I'm going to go and do that. Philipper will be back tomorrow. I can't promise necessarily that I will stream tomorrow, but I will give it a shot if I have the time to do so because we're going to get back to regular business. But I appreciate everybody hanging out with me. I do invite you to subscribe if you haven't done that. But like always, you don't have to. If you don't want to, you can, basically let me know I can go fuck myself. I'm not your mom. I can't tell you what to do. Big ups, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Maybe we'll shit on Phil tomorrow. And like always, stay toxic, my friends.
Toxi in your ears and the whole chat knows. Mystery queen, but she runs the show, bringing big mood on a late night flow. She's got no lights, no streamy tricks, just killer vibes and her sassy quips. Every line she drops is pure gold fire, keep the fans up all night, never tired. She don't need a face to steal the scene. Laugh so loud, you know what I mean. From chill to wild, she flips the switch. Toxi's got that magic glitch. Toxi on the mic and she's blowing it up. No face reveal, still they can't get enough. Just a vibe, just a sound, just a spark in the night. She's the voice that makes your world feel right. From shy hellos to wild confessions, Toxi's dream is a whole obsession. She don't play games, she plays your brain. Witty and quick with that sugar and flame. One voice note and you're hooked for real. Can't see her, but you feel what you feel. No filters, no fake, she's the realest around. Her laugh hits hard like a beat downtown. Every stream's a party, lights off, sound high. You don't need a face when you know you can fly. She's the girl next door with a mystery twist. Dropping late night stories that you can't resist. Just her mic, just her soul, that's the trick. And the chat keeps coming back real quick. Toxi on the mic and she's blowing it up. No face reveal, still they can't get enough. Just a vibe, just a sound, just a spark in the night. She's the voice that makes your world feel right. From shy hellos to wild confessions, Toxi's stream is a whole obsession. She's a whisper in the dark. She's the fire, she's the spark. Not about the views or clout. She's what real fun's all about. Toxi on the mic and a queen unseen, but her energy's loud and her talk is clean. Feel the beat, hear her laugh, raise your hands. She's the minstrel everyone understands. No camera, no face, just light. Toxi's taking over your night. Toxi, just a voice, but you